3, 2,
Let's go, Nemo.
1.
Okay, thank you so much.
What do you get when you jingle Santa's balls?
Jingle balls, obviously.
A white Christmas.
I don't get it.
Okay.
Are you implying that Santa's balls are white?
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
What if he tans nude at the beach? How do you know? Maybe he's black from the waist down. How do you know what color Santa's balls are?
Oh my god. Okay, don't worry about it. Let's go play our London only
Why
match.
you should never tell me a dirty joke. I don't like, it's 2023. We should imply what color Santa's balls are.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
that's what we were, yeah.
Is that not the joke? I'm
might get that
21
one.
years old. I want to get the joke. Can you tell me the joke, please?
What's a chess player's favorite TV show?
What?
Pawn Stars. I didn't write these, okay?
Oh god. Oh god.
How do you make a chessboard laugh? Check.
How?
Tell it a nightmare joke. Why did the chess player go to jail? It's really bad. It's really, really bad, okay?
Yeah, that's why I gave up on guessing it.
Because they can't control their pawn addiction.
It does not even make sense. How did the chess player propose
To their partner.
on a castle?
No. They got down on one knee and said, "Will you be my mate?"
Uh-huh. I don't think it would work.
Yeah, you think chess players are getting girlfriends?
Okay. We can skip that one.
Yeah.
What I have in my hands here
Yes.
are just some little baby noodles. So
Don't scare the snake.
these are month-old reticulated pythons. Let's go ahead and bring them.
Yeah,
I'll hold it.
To support their body.
Support their bodies.
Yes.
You can show them to stream.
Hello. We
Wow,
love
they've got long
snakies.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of feels like it's choking me.
Oh, she's not holding it.
Okay, this is. She's not
That's just her
trying
body
to.
weight on
That's just. She's just this heavy.
That's
Okay,
good.
great.
My baby
I feel like I'm getting choked.
Oh my god, Nemo, you are actually fearless.
Alright, now I can go on to this side.
Can I tap out?
Oh my god.
No, it's okay.
Nemo,
I got it.
holy moly. Oh my god.
So lean forward.
Oh my god. This is insane.
Happy 420. Do you know what 420 is?
420?
Yeah.
No.
You don't know what 420 stands for?
No, I don't.
Oh my god, chat. He doesn't know what 420 stands for.
Wait, what does 420 stand for?
Yeah, it stands for April 20th. Of course. That's what it stands for. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
You have to update me.
Do you know what 69 stands for?
Yeah. I do.
Okay. 420 is when you
Oh, is
smoke
that-
weed. Yeah, and it's like 420.
Oh, I think I've actually heard about that. before.
Okay.
I didn't know it was 420.
Alright, you go.
I'm thinking if I move my queen here,
Oh, wait. Where?
like, I'll move it to e10.
E10. Where's E10? Wait.
Nothing.
Wait, where is E10? I'm so confused.
Nothing. It's not on the board actually.
Wait, was that a nuts joke or something that I missed?
No. That'd be weird and out of pocket. Anyway.
Look at the chat and Nemo's Twitch channel, loving every minute. 10-6-6. She's gonna have to dodge a lot of bullets here. Pulte for now looking for a king, a 10, or a 7. Plenty of backdoor draws, including the 3-3. Needs a king, 10, 7, or 3, or this tournament is over. And this tournament is over. Nemo gets the job done. She's stunned, but she's the champion.
Thank you so much, Pulte. It was a pleasure to play against you. Thank you.
Nice job.
Oh my god.
Spend it wisely.
I will. Okay, 5 push-ups. You guys ready? Ah! Oh my god, I'm slipping. Okay, I'm gonna do it against the doorway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, workout for the day done. Oh. Whew. Like, I truly don't understand. Like, where is this leg going? Okay, so I think it goes like this, right? And then you want to get into like this position. Like, I think that's what we're trying to. Ta-da! See? My little fist? It fits perfectly. Proof that I punched it. Like, my fists aren't very big. They fit perfectly into each of these holes. And that's why my hand is like beyond bruised. They're quite bad. Oh shit, I should play this. Fudge. Wait, I checkmated? Wow, I'm a genius! All planned! Oh, know who this is. Your girlfriend? For Tasha's girlfriend? Wait, actually, I was fully joking. I was entirely memeing. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. He's dating a chess player? Good for him, I guess. I don't know if that's a good for him in Polish culture. I don't know what chess players are like in Poland. If you have an ELO, I'm automatically not dating you, so tough luck, buddy. Only dating people who have no idea what the fuck chess is. Alright, okay. I'm scared, guys. A little bit. 3, 2, let's go, Nemo. 1. Oh my god! That was awesome! Yeah. That was so scary. You did it! Okay, thank you. Thank you. It was off for like a brief second. Right, it was really brief second. And you got the dragon scratch. Okay, thank you so much. What do you get when you jingle Santa's balls?
Jingle balls, obviously.
A white Christmas.
I don't get it.
Okay.
Are you implying that Santa's balls are white?
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
What if he tans nude at the beach? How do you know? Maybe he's black from the waist down. How do you know what color Santa's balls are?
Oh my god. Okay, don't worry about it. Let's go play our London only match.
You should never tell me a dirty joke. I don't like, you know, it's 2023. We shouldn't imply what color Santa's balls are.
Yeah,
okay.
That's what we were, yeah.
Is that not the joke? I'm
might get that
21
one.
years old. I want to get the joke. Can you tell me the joke, please?
What's a chess player's favorite TV show?
What?
Pawn Stars. I didn't write these, okay?
Oh god. Oh god.
How do you make a chessboard laugh? Check.
How?
Tell it a nightmare joke. Why did the chess player go to jail? It's really bad. It's really, really bad, okay?
Yeah, that's why I gave up on guessing it.
Because they can't control their pawn addiction.
It does not even make sense. How did the chess player propose
To their partner.
on a castle?
No. They got down on one knee and said, "Will you be my mate?"
Uh-huh. I don't think it would work.
Yeah, you think chess players are getting girlfriends?
Okay. We can skip that one.
Yeah.
What I have in my hands here
Yep.
are just some little baby noodles.
I
Oh, they're so cute.
So
Don't scare the snake.
these are month-old reticulated pythons. Let's go ahead and bring them.
Yeah, I can hold it.
You support their
Wait a
body.
second.
Support their bodies.
Yes.
You can show them to stream.
Hello.
We love snakies.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of feels like it's choking me.
Oh, she's not holding it.
Okay, this is she's not
That's just
trying
her body
to.
weight on
That's just she's just this heavy. Okay, great.
My baby
I feel like I'm getting choked.
Oh my god, Nemo, you are actually fearless.
All right, now I can go on to this side.
Can I tap out?
Oh my god.
No, it's okay.
Nemo,
I got it.
holy moly. Oh my god.
So lean forward.
Oh my god. This is insane.
Happy 420. Do you know what 420 is?
420?
Yeah.
No.
You don't know what 420 stands for?
No, I don't.
Oh my god, chat. He doesn't know what 420 stands for.
Wait, what does 420 stand for?
Yeah, it stands for April 20th. Of course. That's what it stands for. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
You have to update me.
Do you know what 69 stands for?
Yeah. I do.
Okay. 420 is when you smoke
that's-
weed. Yeah, and it's like 420.
Oh, I think I've actually heard about that. before.
Okay.
I didn't know it was 420.
Alright, you go.
I'm thinking if I move my queen here,
Oh, wait. Where?
like I'll move it to E10.
E10. Where's E10? Wait.
Nothing.
Wait, where is E10? I'm so confused.
Nothing. It's not on the board actually.
Wait, was that a nuts joke or something that I missed?
No. That'd be weird and out of pocket. Anyway.
Look at the chat and Nemo's Twitch channel, loving every minute. 10-6-6. She's gonna have to dodge a lot of bullets here. Pulte for now looking for a king, a 10, or a 7. Plenty of backdoor draws, including the 3-3. Needs a king, 10, 7, or 3, or this tournament is over. And this tournament is over. Nemo gets the job done. She's stunned, but she's the champion.
Thank you so much, Pulte. It was a pleasure to play against you. Thank you. Shit, sorry, there's no audio. Hi, are you guys able to hear me now? Okay, good. Awesome. So I had already practiced the look yesterday, which is, wow, is that the real Firecracker Jinx? Thanks. But anyways, I had practiced this look yesterday, but today, for whatever reason, the flower decided that it does not want to stay on. So it took me 3 more pins than last night to get it to stay on. But anyways, yeah, this is the Firecracker Jinx look that I had planned and posted about. So if you guys saw this on Instagram, I would really appreciate it if you could go give it a like. It's doing really poorly and I'm very sad because I actually think that my editor, hey buddy, oh my gosh, all right, hi. My editor and I actually worked really hard to get the look completed. So anyways, I hope you guys had a good stream regardless. It's been super duper hectic, obviously. And I actually have one of my bags out in the back because I saw a post by Louis Vuitton that showed that you could wear that bag inside out. Okay, wait. So there's actually there's a couple of things I want to talk to you guys about today. So first of all, once again, today is going to be the premiere of Arcane. I hope everything goes right. If everything goes right, at 9 p.m. I'm going to end this stream and then start a new one because that one you can't have a VOD up because it's like an actual Netflix episode. So we're going to do a watch party for Arcane basically at 9 p.m. Eastern as long as things are going as planned. I don't exactly know, but it seems like that's the way it works. So yeah. Anyways, it should be really, really fun. And that's what I basically, where do I get these costumes? This is not a costume. This is an actual dress that I wear unironically. And I haven't worn this dress yet, but I have an entire like Chinese themed wardrobe plan for Singapore because as you guys might know, I'm Chinese. That's where my entire family is from basically. And I just have dresses like this in my wardrobe because this is the stuff that I like to wear. It's not that popular to wear it obviously in 2024 outside of China, but it is still quite popular. And obviously you might know dresses like this, also known as cheongsam. There's other cultures that obviously have very similar styles. So once again, when you're referring to, you know, culture and something that's quite cultural, just as a reminder, guys, you can wear what you would like, honestly, but just be respectful. For sure, Singapore is not Chinese, but Liren is the current reigning world chess champion, and he is Chinese. So, and I'm Chinese, which is why I like to wear Chinese stuff. Unrelated. Those were unrelated. Hey Zoe, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Don't think you could pull it off? I'm not gonna lie, Chinese fashion goes really hard for men as well. You should check it out. You should really check it out. It's been making a big comeback in street fashion with like redesigned clothing. Basically, these are called like frog buttons and stuff. So there is a ton of stuff out there that's much more modernized. Basically, you could absolutely rock some Chinese clothing. It's really cool. If you honestly go on Temu or something like that, you can buy modern Chinese clothing and you can have these like more Chinese styles to it. A lot of Chinese styles, as you guys might know, are like these frog buttons, for example. Absolutely, white guys can absolutely pull it off. It's the collar design that you might see. It's the fringe that you might see on the edge. There's materials, certain materials like silk, that's really popular. There's jacquard, which is also really popular. You can't really see the designs, but there's a lot of Chinese shirts have more stylistic designs and stuff like that. I'm just doing the watch party for tonight. It's not even really promo. It's just really something I want to do. I'm not cool enough to get paid for it. It's just something that I wanted to do. I just love League, so it's my favorite game. I wanted to do a little League of Legends. This is a cheap out. What I'm wearing right now is a cheap out. Hey DSJN, thank you so much for the prime. Welcome back to your 9th month paid sponsor, Arcane. I wish, Revenge. I wish. But no, I'm not cool enough for that. I don't know if anybody's getting paid to watch Arcane. Can you imagine being paid to watch a very popular show? Can you, that would be truly insane. I don't know if anyone is I'm sure somebody's getting paid, but that's that reminds me of when the Botezes were paid to watch Queen's Gambit, and then it was it super blew up. Sometimes shows think that they need to have somebody, watch it and stuff for more people. I don't think Arcane is that type of show. But anyways, that's my own opinion, obviously. Hey Smashing Guy, thank you so much for the 250 bits. Appreciate that. Thank you. And hey DSJN, thank you so much for the Prime. Welcome back to your 9th month. I really appreciate that. Yeah, a few Amazon Prime series probably pay people to watch, but like I said, I just don't think Arcane necessarily, requires that. I'd charge a lot if somebody wanted to pay to watch League. I love it. But yeah, so we are doing a little Jinx. Let me show you guys actually first of all what Firecracker Jinx looks like. Because I realized that not everybody might know. Oh, that is absolutely not the right window capture. That was like a tiny little corner for whatever reason. Here we go. Okay. No, the look didn't take that long. It really didn't take that long. I figured it out pretty fast. The struggle was getting into it today because the hair was not cooperating. But, okay, so for a little context, the skin today is Firecracker Jinx. And it is from some Chinese New Year's that they did. I don't have the green hair, unfortunately, or the guns. The gun would be so cool, but yeah, this is the look. She's got green eyes in it actually, but I couldn't find contacts in time either. Anyways, you're waiting for all 9 episodes to be released. You can have an Arcane weekend. That sounds so fun. Arcane is the Riot Games show that is going to be out tonight. And then, what were you guys asking me about? Oh yeah, Chinese fashion. Well, I'm just gonna give you guys I'm gonna show you guys on Pinterest what Chinese fashion can look like. So, for example, something like this is much more of a costume that is put together, but something like this, for example, is clothing that people in China just wear. Like, people just wear this in China. People just wear shirts like this. Like, for example, this. You can just go out in this type of dress, and it's totally fine. Let me look up Chinese men. I love Pinterest, for those of you who don't know. So for example, you can just wear stuff like that. I mean, this is not exactly going to be your typical street fashion style, but you can certainly see people have stuff like this in their wardrobe, or shirts like this are really popular. These type of shirts are great. And obviously, you know, it probably fits on. Yeah, you can probably wear this to work. It can be pretty formal. It's an absolute great style. You can get jackets like this that go over suits and stuff. There's a lot of ways you can style Chinese clothing. You can wear shirts that are perhaps a little bit more, well, this one's Filipino, that are perhaps a little bit more floral. And I think for some reason in the West, people who wear florals are deemed as like gay or something, but I just think they look good. So there's that. You can do stuff like this, obviously. You might not realize, but shirts like this, once again, draw a lot of inspiration from Chinese clothing. And yeah, anytime you see really frog buttons or something like that, like these little buttons, it's probably from, well, obviously a lot of other cultures use it too. You can get embroidered shirts, which are really cool. But modern Chinese men's fashion is kind of crazy. It's honestly kind of crazy. Traditional Chinese clothing is very lengthy. There's also a lot of different types of traditional Chinese clothing because there's lots of different parts of China, and not every single province in China has the same type of national clothing. Or, sorry, provincial clothing, I should say. The Qipao is really popular. For example, the Hanfu is something that I haven't really worn, but things like this are also Chinese, traditional Chinese, and you might not have seen this as much. This is something that's a little bit more well known. It's called a Qipao. I own a lot of Qipaos. I have a lot, and I got a lot more coming in as well for my upcoming Singapore trip. I'm just a big fan of wearing, like, I guess, Chinese clothing. Because once again, I think it's just something that a lot of people misunderstand. And, you know, obviously this is how people used to dress 1,000 years ago. But it's still how you can dress today. There's a lot of really interesting designers, Western designers, or, sorry, more modern designers that draw inspiration off of Chinese clothing. And I think that's a healthy way for fashion to move. It's not cultural appropriation, just like if I wore sare and lenga, it's not cultural appropriation unless you try to do yellow face or something, which is not cool. But yeah, if you just do it respectfully, it's absolutely, like, totally fine. Yeah, exactly. Traditional clothing is always really beautiful, no matter the culture, for sure. I have respect for my own tradition, and I also have respect for, you know, every other country's tradition. Just because you might be born into a culture that does not have very intricate clothing does not mean that you are not allowed to wear other countries. You absolutely can. Absolutely. It's cool if you don't mock it. Exactly. Which I think, once again, It's really different if the clothing is spiritual or if it's meant for ceremony, but these are not meant for ceremony. Like, once again, don't just be like, oh, I'm gonna wear funeral garb because Nemo said it's fine. Like, just be mindful. You know, just be mindful of stuff when you wear it. I've never worn a sari. I've never ever worn one. I've wanted to for so long because I love Indian fashion so much, and there are also so many up and coming Indian designers that are stunning. It's stunning, but it's not that easy to get for me because, once again, I just know where to get Chinese clothing. I just don't know where to get Indian clothing. My friends, unfortunately, that are from India are not big fashion people. I'm not gonna lie. They don't know where to get Indian clothing in Toronto for cheap. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Setsuna. But I think it's totally cool. Like, I think a shirt like this, like a shirt like this would go so hard on Gutex. Just look at it. This would go so hard. This is super cool. Like, you can, there's so many possibilities out there, honestly. Yeah. Right, exactly, Lone Gamer. Like, this you would look great in. I'm pretty sure you can just look up Chinese shirts. Yeah, there you go. There's like infinite. Some of these are perhaps a little bit more make sure you're practicing for 10 hours a day. But then some of them are also like, yeah, you can wear this and look cool at work or something. Like, it can be a cool thing to toss over your white shirt underneath if you want to bring a little bit of elevated look. Some of these might give off a little bit more pajama, just depending on the texture. Once again, right? Like, if you're getting lower quality, your material is not going to look as silk, and it's going to look more satin, and it's going to look more pajama-y. So just keep that in mind when you're ordering stuff. Like, stuff like this I would love to wear. I have shirts like that. I got a couple more dresses, like these type of tops I love. I need to go to my mom's place. Like, this is stuff that people wear all the time in China. And these are active styles that people do in fact wear. So yeah, anyways, there's also, once again, there's a lot of different types of Chinese clothing. So you can also do, for example, I don't even know what exactly all the subcategories are because I personally have not been back in China in a very long time. But for example, this is more for women, and these are hanfu styles, and you can do street style hanfu. People can go out on the street wearing this, and it's not going to be like, bro, what the fuck are you wearing? You can absolutely do that. Or you can do stuff like this, which is also, once again, a bit more of a play on something that is like this. So it actually says here, a delicate imagination of traditional Ming Dynasty clothing. So all these different dynasty, all these different areas in China, not only do you have different times, you have different areas that have different types of clothing. Like, it can just be modernized. And for the most part, you know, if you're doing it respectfully, there's no issue with, it's not cultural appropriation. I can also be your 5th in ARAM right now. No ARAMs for me. No Arcane ARAMs for me, unfortunately. Maybe on the weekend, though. Or next week. I'm trying to put together 5 mans for next week, so let me know your availabilities, which is starting to look like weekends because I'm remembering that you're a student. Yeah, exactly. You can see TikTok Chinese fashion. There's so many different styles. There's really just so... It's a build your own adventure. Like, look at this, lady. You can wear this to work, and you're going to be... I think it's so healthy that cultures are recognizing that you don't have to just dress the way that Western Hollywood portrays. You can dress in more traditional styles and stuff like that. What would Arcane Jinx do? Arcane Jinx would absolutely be playing ARAM. Absolutely. I don't have a white Chi-Pao. That's not true. I do have a white Chi-Pao. I don't love it though. So. You got a code for Chess Platinum? And you don't want it? Honestly, if you want to just give it to your friend or something, feel free to. But I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, anyways, today's look is on Firecracker Jinx. I played so much League yesterday. I played 5 hours of League yesterday, and then Revenge comes in and asks me, hey, do you want to play more League? And I'm like, bro, I had a 50-minute... Oh, Revenge doesn't even know this. I played a 50-minute game of League of Legends yesterday. 50. 5-0. Not 15. 5-0. And we won, thankfully. But 5-0 for a game of League of Legends is kind of wild. Especially because we were winning for so long. We were winning on like minute 20, and then obviously we had a little bit of a... And then we had a bit of a... And then we went down again, and then we went up again, and then we went down again. But anyways, yeah, I streamed it, thankfully, so, you know, it was actually going to be entirely... Yeah! Chat is here to be my trauma therapist. Thank you, chat. I appreciate that very, 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 very much. Thank you. I actually think this interview is really interesting. So, as you guys know, we are going to be in Singapore. Sorry, I don't even know how this... We got super sidetracked. I am going to be in Singapore pretty soon. The World Chess Championships is starting between Ding and Gukesh. And I thought this interview might be something that we can watch on stream together. Because this is the World Chess Champion, Ding Liren, talks about his struggles. And then we're gonna do Flex Friday, don't worry. I have not forgotten that today is Friday. I gotta convince Ding to play bounty chess. I would love to do that. I really would. Okay, let's stop with the League music. Oh, sorry.
Match. So clearly I will be the...
Let me put it on Google Chrome. And don't forget, we have Flex Friday today, which means that we are giving $50 away to the best game and $25 to the worst. So make sure you're submitting games on Flex Friday.
So clearly I will be the underdog approaching this match.
Is Grand Prix in honor of Formula 1. So if you played a Grand Prix Sicilian, you can submit a game.
At least to give a fight.
This is Ding's interview for the upcoming World Chess Championships, which I think is once again fascinating. Exactly. D in Ding stands for demure.
Welcome back to the Take studio. We hope you are enjoying the Take app, and if not, make sure to download. There is already a lot of... But first, we're gonna ask my friend and the best chess commentator in the world.
I just kind of want to hear
David
Ding.
Howell.
Sorry.
How are you doing?
Kaya, I'm great. Thanks.
I apologize.
It's good to be here. I'm
I'm only listening to the Ding Liren interview. I apologize. If you couldn't flex with the Grand Prix Sicilian, feel free to submit a fail. I love David Howell, but I'm not too worried about what Ding has to. I mean, what David Howell thinks about Ding.
I think the whole chess world is wondering, how are you?
Not so bad, also not so good. I tried to find my best shape, but actually I didn't manage to do that. My game had many mistakes. There are in every part of the game. Also, maybe sometimes I managed to create many chances. I get the winning position, but I couldn't convert them. It's the same problem time from time.
Poor guy. And it seems you struggled with the same ever since you became the world champion. Do you have an explanation to why?
Maybe I'm not so eager to play. I didn't have this kind of ambitions to win the game.
So have you lost some of the joy with playing chess?
Every time I came to the playing hall, maybe not with very good mood, And after the game, especially if I draw the game, I realized I missed a huge chance. I'm not so happy with the results. And that's, goes the circle every time from time to time.
Are you feeling a lot of pressure by being world champion?
Not really. This is the longest, on winning streak. Yeah, I haven't won for over 20 games in classical chess. From my last win was back from the World Council at the beginning of this year.
Whew.
So that's
That's
really
tough.
a very bad run.
Frustrating? Yeah. And obviously the World Championship match is coming up in 2 months against Yukesh. How are you feeling about it right now?
He's on top form recently. He's the best player in the Olympiad. So clearly I will be the underdog approaching this match. But I hope I could become a totally different one and to at least give a fight to slow down his pace, yeah, to have some winning chances.
Damn, really sounds
What is
like
your plan
he's,
from now until the match starts?
He's gonna do his best, I'm
Still
sure.
2 months to the match. But first I will have some rest and
Okay, he mentioned that this is 2 months before the match, which means that this interview was done back in September because this was released 4 days ago. So he's not backing down from the challenge, which I like. Yeah.
to get away from chess a little bit, and then we'll have we'll go to some rush modes because it's very close. It will be very close to the match. We will starting to prepare very hard and to play some exercise games to get well with the positions, the new ideas.
So it's mostly now about resting and getting back to the Liren that we know.
I hope so. I hope you will see me from the same me as the last World Championship match.
Are you nervous? Are you looking forward to it?
I'm worried about losing very badly.
Oh, I want to give him such a
Hopefully
big
it
hug
won't
too.
happen.
Oh my gosh.
Are you scared of Yukesh and the form he is showing?
No, because I only lost to him in freestyle chess. Yes, I haven't lost to him in classical. So maybe I can give up our fight.
Fantastic. And I can tell you, we've been talking to some of your teammates today and also some other top players. And they've been saying how proud they are of you for being world champion and how much they are rooting for you. How much does that mean to have the support of your team and fellow chess players?
Yeah, still, although I play so badly, there's still so many players, also chess lovers support me. Yeah, it's maybe I need to show that I deserve this kind of support.
Oh my gosh.
You don't think you deserve the support?
If I continue to play so badly or without any fighting spirit, I may not deserve it.
No.
But I think you will prove that you deserve all the support. We
That's
wish
so
you the
sad.
best of luck.
I mean, that's not even imposter syndrome. That's like such a... It's just like when you're that competitive, when you're just that competitive a person and you start thinking that, oh, I mean, obviously I don't know what's really going on in his head, but oh, that's tough. That's really tough to hear. I feel like that's a very kind of dark mindset to be in. That's like so much pressure on himself. The fact that, you know, he doesn't think that he deserves support when he is literally the world champion. That is tough, but yeah. It's definitely self-worth tied into performance, which honestly, who knows where it stems from, but you deserve support either way. I think that's the main thing that is like the difference. You just gotta remember that you deserve support either way. Doesn't mean that obviously you are going to succeed, right? It just means that how well you do in the World Chess Championships does not dictate how much support you should get. I think that's what I'm trying to say, which is just really tough hearing him say that.
So we're here with Boo. Thank you for talking to us. Just finished the Olympiad with China.
Okay, that's just
what has
what
it been
I
like
really
for China
wanted to hear.
play? What's the team's...
We can maybe watch the other parts of this video another time, but well, I think that mindset is complicated. I think it's really, really complicated. I think obviously Ding has some belief in himself, obviously, to some degree, but yeah, it's tough. He's been very open about his struggles. He's been very, very, very open about his struggles. Okay, was that it? That was the only little bit about with Ding. All right. I think he is very self-aware about where he is currently in his chess. As you can tell from the tone and how he's talking about, he just wants to make sure he doesn't lose too badly, and he wants to make sure that he like puts up a fight and stuff like that. I think he's very self-aware. I think the remark about deserving support is very different. I think that's a very sometimes when you've grown up playing this game and you tie your self-worth into it, you just start thinking that if you don't do well in this, you as a person don't deserve support. And that's just not how it works. You as a human being deserve support regardless of how good you are at the game, at any game. Regardless of how good you are at your job, at life, you deserve support because you're a human being. So I just think that that is very, very, very dark, but that's okay. I mean, I hope he does well. I have hope for him. I really do. I really do. You need to be very forgetful of your past performance in order to succeed in the future, yeah. Or make it like all about revenge or something, you know? So I've never actually gotten to talk to Ding, no. My mom has gotten to talk to Ding's mom on a completely unrelated note. But I personally have not, so. Anyways. We are going to go back. Oh my gosh, my flower keeps falling off. Holy. Damn. My flower genuinely just keeps falling off. Yeah. Well, I don't necessarily agree that mental support is a very first world luxury. But I do think that, you know, when you are a competitive player, when you're a competitive athlete or whatever it is, right? Everybody, regardless of whether or not they care about your mental health, are aware that if you have better mental, you will play better. And there is no doubt about that. There is infinite research on it. This isn't some, you know, crazy scientific news flash to anyone. So regardless of whether or not you're in a third world or first world country, if you have any semblance of a team, they're going to have people trying to help you mentally. Whether or not they actually care about your mental is a different question, but you just have to, because that is such a big part of gaming and of sports and of being an athlete. Psychology is honestly such a huge factor when it comes to sports, which is why, once again, all the esport teams have psychologists, athletes have psychologists. It's a big part of it. It's a big part of it. I'm talking about this purely in terms of being like a pro athlete from, yeah. I'm gonna get faker psychologist. Oh my gosh, yeah. Olen hyvä, mutta me puhumme englantia täällä. Kiitos. Okay, so we are going to be doing Flex Friday. Oh yeah, absolutely. Mental is such a big part of life. Oh, I wish it wasn't. But sadly it is. Unfortunate. Very unlucky that it is. I would save so much money. Oh my god. If mental wasn't part of life. For real though. Like, actual lucky. Whatever, it's fine. Okay, so today we're doing Flex Friday. We are specifically going to be looking over games played in the Grand Prix, which is the Sicilian Grand Prix, and we're doing this because, oh my gosh, I have a hair stuck in my face. Formula 1 is currently on, and it's a lot of fun to watch Formula 1, and I hope you guys like Formula 1. But anyways, we're doing a Formula 1 themed Flex Friday. What is the easy way to rewire the brain? There's no easy way to rewire the brain, but there's a lot of research that is coming out right now about how important it is to build habits. And if your mind especially struggles, they now also have things like ketamine treatment. They have magnetic, is it RTMS? It's called repetitive transcranial magnetic stimulation. There's actual unironic, like there's a lot of things that people are now able to do. There's no easy way to go about it, but there are ways if you're willing to try. So, but yeah. Anyways, it's never easy, unfortunately. Mental health is tough. Mental health is really, really, really tough. If you have it in you, build habits, I guess. I don't have it in me to build habits. I never stick with my habits. It's so unfortunate. Ulan, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yo, if y'all are getting a gifted sub from Ulan, please make sure you're thanking them. Thank you. Yeah, neuroscience is definitely advancing, which is great. Thank God. Alright, so first up, we got this fail coming up by Connor McChicken, who played as Black. This game gave me imposter syndrome. Let's see what's up. Yoink. Yoink. Oh, man. Did we pre-move this? This wasn't even a pre-move. You spent 4 seconds on this? No. That's so unfortunate. Oh, my gosh. Alright, well, that's definitely a fail. Oh. Zuka, you just reminded me that I completely forgot to make a story for this. Thank you. I'm gonna do that right now. My bad. 1 second. I'm actually so excited for Arcane. This is some hype League of Legends music. I don't even know if you guys can hear it. Alright, there we go. Okay, I did it. It's actually underrated. Epic music. I should just play the Arcane soundtrack, but... Not only did you fail to take a queen, you got checkmated by the same queen. Yeah. That's definitely a fail. We have a lot of fails here. Okay. Next up, we got Rob. Don't forget, the worst fail, even if you submit the very worst game, a game that only your mother is going to like, you can still get $25. So, yeah. It is the last season Arcane. I think this is actually the last season Arcane. Unfortunately for all the Arcane fans out there. Only the Grand Prix. The only opening allowed this week is the Grand Prix. It's either E4, C5, Knight C3, or F4. These are the 2 Sicilians that you're allowed. Only these 2. Alright, next up, we got this fail coming in by Stanford Rob. It looks like if nobody... Oh, I don't even have a game, I think, in this. Well, that means I might need to go play one. But if we have no flexes, then the one person who submits a flex is going to win and get $50. How easy is that? It's going to be the freest $50 they've ever won. Alright, so next up, we got this game by Stanford Rob. Played as white. I managed to reach a winning position against a speed demon in a chaotic bullet match, only to, quite literally, miss maiden 2, maiden 5, maiden 6, maiden 7, and maiden 4. Wow, that's a flex. Finally lost on time. Turns out my true opponent was my own missed mates. Wow, that's unlucky. Let's take a look. Also, where did my cat go? He was in here at some point today. Alright. Yoink. 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 Oh, wait, what happened? Oh, you just literally lost on time? Oh my gosh. Do you guys know about this rule? Whenever you're trying to checkmate the opponent's king, you know what you gotta do? You gotta cut off the king's escape squares. Because otherwise, how else are you gonna checkmate them? So for example, if you give a check like this, right, you gotta think, oh, where is my opponent's king going to go? Well, my opponent's king can currently go to b4. So instead of giving them a check, you gotta play a3 to stop them from going to b4. And that's how you checkmate your opponents, guys. I know it's a little five-head, but you can do it. I have faith in you. I absolutely have faith in you. It's not that hard. I believe in ya. Wait. Oh my gosh. Ah! This is so funny. Okay, I messed up. The Arcane premiere is actually, well, okay, there is one today, but it doesn't come out until 3 a.m. Eastern. So we're gonna actually do the watch party tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. Kevin just wrote to me and was like, I'm an idiot. I got the time zones wrong. So the times are 3 a.m. Eastern tonight and 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. That makes honestly a lot more sense. So it's going to be tomorrow at 3. Which means that I think my blue wig is here. You guys might be lucky and might be getting 2 different Jinx looks. We might actually have 2 different Jinx looks. Jinx looks. You're gonna wait till they have more episodes? Okay. Yeah. So in UK it's already available, yeah, but I have to do it through like an official broadcast on Twitch. So it's going to actually be tomorrow at 3. Tomorrow we're gonna have an earlier stream. So it's going to be black hair Jinx today, and then tomorrow it's going to be... Okay, yeah, watch it with me tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. Watch it tomorrow. Wait, I'm gonna read this once again to make sure that I'm getting the time zones correct. That's my bad. Saturday, November 9th at, oh my god, 12 a.m. Pacific. Yeah, okay. So it's going to be at 12 p.m. Pacific, November 9th, so 3 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, I'm going to stream it here. If you want to watch party tomorrow at tomorrow's November 9th at 3 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to watch Arcane with me, tune in onto my stream, 3 p.m. Eastern. So that'll be really, really fun. And apparently you can score exclusive in-game items via Twitch drops. I don't actually know how that works, but if you want free Riot Game stuff, if you want free League stuff, you can also get that here. So 12 a.m. noon tonight is when the show is going to be premiered. But I'm going to do the watch party tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm starting to understand how the time zones are working. Sorry, that was honestly a little bit bigger.
Hola.
Hey Joa Koboke, thank you so much for the prime. Welcome back to your 2nd month. Thank you. Hola, ¿cómo estás? My bad. Sorry, guys. There'll be chat badge drops too. Oh, that'll be so fun. Okay, so if you love Arcane, you do not need to love League, but if you love Arcane, we are going to be doing... Oh my god, you can wait until 10 p.m. No, it's okay, I forgive you. Or you can just watch it beforehand and then watch it all with us again. I'm just saying. Look, I'm absolutely gonna... Yeah. I never watched Arcane, doesn't matter. No. I mean, if you don't care about being spoiled and you don't care about watching season 1, then it doesn't really matter. If you kind of do care about seeing season 1, then maybe you should not come at 3 p.m. and come at 3:30 p.m. I think the episodes are fairly short, so I'm pretty sure they're like 30 minutes. But yeah, tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, Arcane watch party in my blue Jinx wig. In my actual Jinx cosplay. We're just gonna do 2 different Jinx cosplays. Yeah, absolutely. This is great to fangirl about it with. Honestly, you should fangirl about it with me. You should fangirl about it with me on Instagram. Nobody that follows me on Instagram watches League. Or plays League. I'm so sad. It's honestly so sad. It's actually sad. But okay, thank you. As long as you come in and see the cosplay, you should just come in and see the cosplay. But there's gonna be so many people doing a cosplay. League is still so far, and that's okay. Honestly, League is one of those games that if you don't understand how to play, you're never going to like, if you don't know how to play and you don't play it, it's gonna be really hard for you to understand how to play the game. Does that make sense? It's not like chess that you can like sort of watch how the pieces move and you can kind of get an understanding of how people play. If you watch League and never touch the game yourself, it's very tough. League is one of the games that you kind of need to be hands-on with. I know, right, Celine? I know. Yeah, it can be quite difficult to follow if you don't have any idea of how League is played. But Thanks, Raven. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I try my best with a last-minute cosplay, but it turns out I'm not doing the premiere today anyways. It's actually going to be tomorrow. So we're gonna just, you know, pick up that blue wig tomorrow, style it, draw a little, and then, yeah, this is the early bird bonus. Exactly. This is the early bird bonus. This is for all the people that thought that Arcane was coming out today, which I thought it was. It apparently is. It's coming out at midnight, though. It's actually coming out, sorry, at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. It's time of midnight at 3 a.m. This is the early bird special, but I should put a little picture of my flower keeps falling off, and it's honestly such a struggle to keep it on. Yeah, no pressure, honestly. There's literally no pressure at all to play League of Legends. I have everything. Everything is held up by pins. I have so many pins inside these hair wraps. Not being able to your character, well, that's because clicking is such a big part of the game. Thank you. No, there's genuinely no pressure at all if you don't like playing League. It's totally fine. I'm trying to find a picture of it that I can kind of show you guys. A good example. Okay, here we go. Don't touch. Okay. Here we go. This is the splash art for the character. This is like falling out. No, it really is fine that you don't play League. Honestly, as long as you watch my streams, that's the only thing I care about. Thanks. Just keep stream up. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking for much here, guys. Not even asking for your Prime. All I'm asking for is for you to watch, even if I play League. If you can't handle me at my League, you don't deserve me at my chess. Sorry, moving on. Just show up, chat. Exactly. Just leave it up. But yeah, I'm glad that we figured out actually that the premiere is not today, it's tomorrow. Hey, Q-Bench. That being said, I will not say no to any of your primes. If you have any primes, if you want to use that, I won't say no. I won't say no. Okay. Sorry, moving back over to Flex Friday. I know we've been getting extremely sidetracked. I apologize. So yeah, Rob is definitely getting pinned. I just told you to stop. Don't just keep checking your opponent's king if you plan on checkmating them. Actually checkmate them. Make sure that they cannot move their king, and then give that one final check. Thanks, gamer. Appreciate that. Alright, next up we got Hema. Played us fight. Absolutely wrecked someone double my rating. We love to see it. We love to hear it. Skrillosaurus Rex. So this is the opening that you're allowed to submit a Flex Friday for. Double his rating is 700. I mean, he's not wrong. Last collaborate, can I compare League to this experience? No. See, in WoW, it feels like, sure, you sometimes have teammates that are not great, but for the most part, everybody in WoW is trying to get the raid done so that they can get paid and then they can move on. There is no reward in League of Legends whatsoever other than ELO. So what happens in League because it's a 5 versus 5, you end up hating your teammates. Like, you just end up absolutely hating your teammates. And I gotta say, WoW is infinitely more wholesome than League. Nobody just hops on League and is like, oh, I'm gonna have a good day. No, people hop on League to get the anger out because they had a bad day. So, no, it's not that similar. There's nothing quite like rage queuing in League of Legends. There's nothing. But yeah, that's a pretty accurate summary of what League of Legends is like. It's a great game. I recommend you all to try it. Am I selling it to you yet? Also, don't forget, if you don't like League and League is not for you, what you can also do is check out G2A. You can do Command G2A and check out some other games that are perhaps a little bit more, little more wholesome, or fit your style a little bit more. Over here, you can try out Command G2A. Oh my gosh, Mickey man, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Yo, if you guys gotta give this up for Mickey, please make sure you're thanking them. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Can you imagine, Joel, though, like telling somebody, oh yeah, you're not gonna like League for the first month, but maybe after 2, you're actually starting to enjoy the game. Can you imagine telling that to somebody in 2024? I feel like these days you need so much instant payback. It's honestly, League is a really difficult game to get in, which is kind of like WoW, honestly. When I first got into WoW, which thankfully I have some previous gaming experience, but I finally did like a Zul'Gora braid and stuff, and I'm just like, bro, this is honestly a little stressful sometimes. Imagine not having people able to carry you and actually having to figure out all the fight mechanics and stuff yourself. Like, at least it's a really old game, so I kind of don't have to use my brain. But, that being said, beating bots was the only thing I could do. I agree, Connor. I agree. No, I'm like 7 bars. I'm 70. I think I'm about 65% of the way to 60 from level 59, which has been a very long grind. It's taken me a very long time to get there. Hell yeah, I'm glad. Main champ was Poppy, nice. It's true. I mean, I think with games, right, you just have to be sort of, you know, open-minded about them. Kind of like Skrillasaurus Rex. When Skrillasaurus Rex first joined our stream a year ago, he was 200. Now, a full year later, Skrillasaurus Rex is 356. He has made an improvement of 156 elo. Now, at 2,000, an improvement of about 156 elo is quite high, but at 200, progress of 156 elo is not so high. So anyways, what I'm trying to say here is, you can play games at your own pace if you want to. There is absolutely nothing wrong with taking games at your own pace. And here we have Skrillasaurus Rex actually submitting a game in the Grand Prix, which once again is this opening after E4, C5, F4. This is the Grand Prix. I don't actually know why it's called the Grand Prix, but it's Formula 1 arena. And this is actually going to be a really fun game. So the opponent's getting a really terrible pawn structure and is a little slow to costling. And as you can tell, Skrillasaurus has all his pieces out already. It was a coast. It was a compliment and roast at the same time. No, but seriously, it's a romplement. I would say that coast sounds better than a romplement. But I really like this game because once again, this is a great example of what you should be doing if your opponent plays like a Pepega and gives you the opportunity to get all your pieces out in the opening. You should be threatening checkmate. And every now and then, your opponent just forgets they can be checkmated. So, you know, here you go. Easy game for Skrillasaurus Rex, beating somebody, double his rating. Don't worry that it's only double the rating and still under 4 digits. It is at least double his rating. He's not wrong. Which is why I love Flex Friday so much. We get to see all these games that you guys submit at all these different elos. I actually kind of miss Sub Wars too, and I'm trying to get somebody to do Sub Wars for me. It might be fun, so I'll let you guys know on that. I will keep you guys updated. It was honestly so much fun, yeah. Well, fun for you guys, stressful for me, because we never won. If we won, I think I would have enjoyed them a lot more, I'm not gonna lie. It's not even the factor of not winning. Like, it's not even me who's playing, so I don't care, like, if we actually win. It's just so freaking embarrassing. It's just going to, like, oh. It's just people, yeah, anyways. It would be nice to win occasionally. I'm not asking for too much. I'm asking for a 30% win rate, perhaps. Not a 0% win rate out of 10. I've never played Ghost of Tsushima, but I would love to. You won't throw, yeah, it's true. Okay, sorry, coming back to this. So this game is played by White. He's the 1200 strength, but he's actually double the 1200 strength. He's actually 2331. Played as White, a dominant victory opponent crumbles under pressure to an opening mistake. Whoa. Sorry, this is absolutely not where I expected this game to go. We love Bishop takes f7. Bishop takes f7 is obviously cool. It's not even that killer of a move, but it definitely drags your opponent's king out in the middle. And then I really like this follow-up with e6, because now you have knight to g5, and all of a sudden, yeah, this is just completely losing position for black. This is actually a really cool game. It's true, Zuka. That's actually what Kamala said after her election. After she lost the election, she said something along the lines that they might have lost the fight but they haven't lost the war, and the war keeps going. And it's kind of interesting. Yeah, the queen is trapped, sorry. Well, not only is it trapped, the king is also extremely exposed. So for example, the king can still go here with check, but there's bishop d2. It's okay, I understand what you mean. It looks trapped. It looks trapped. And then instead of playing knight to c7 with check, which is not a bad move, mind you, you can castle first to block off this king's runway, right? Because the king is trying to run away from your checks, and then go for checkmate next move. And this is way more killer. And I think this is something that a lot of you guys need to remember. That if you're trying to checkmate your opponent's king, you gotta cut off their escape before you can checkmate them. If they always have one more square to go to, then it's not checkmate. So yeah, that is a flex. Alright, next up we got Gary Kespavara. Played as black. No words, just this. Our favorite type of game. Learn to checkmate properly. No, but really, it just... I know that I always tell you guys to, you know, look for checks, captures, and threats. But if your move is not going to be checkmate, you're oftentimes chasing their king somewhere safer. And you don't necessarily want to be doing that. Especially in the case of Rob. We all saw Rob's game. If I ever get close to a checkmate, I'll remember this. Yeah. Getting close to checkmate is honestly a whole different story. It's true. It's true. Okay, well, I mean, you're just completely winning because the opponent is a little pepega. Go for that. Double rooks. Nice. Okay. I mean, what could possibly go wrong here? Wait, no, we defend against it. The moment I saw e7, I had all the warning bells go off in my head because one of the most classic fails is getting back rank mated accidentally. No! Oh my gosh. It is worse. Gary did not lie. It is, in fact, terrible. These are the type of games that are very likely to win Fail Friday, by the way. So for context, every Flex Friday, we have both flexes and fails. The best games win the best games win $50. I had them reversed. And the worst games win $25. So there are a lot of, you know. Honestly, that is an epic fail. Also, 1 second. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, if you have great games, you can win more money. But we are making it harder for you to win money because you also gotta submit games that are within our theme. We have themes now. Hello. When is the live action of Jinx happening? Yeah. Honestly, if there was a live action of Jinx, it's probably not going to be me. Unless they did a specific Firecracker Jinx cosplay. I don't know if I have it in me to get long blue hair for 2 months straight. The amount of effort some actors go through to be ready for a role, and then the lack of effort well, not lack of effort, but the way that some people do not want to commit their hair for 2 months is also interesting. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I wish I had one of Jinx's guns, but I do not. I do not have any of her guns. I don't have a rocket launcher. I don't have her pew-pew gun. Well, tomorrow is going to be the blue wig cosplay. Tomorrow's a blue wig day. Because I thought today was going to be the premiere of Arcane Season 2. Turns out, it is actually tomorrow. But that's okay. Oops. So we're gonna just double the cosplay, double the fun, right, guys? I really wanted to just do 2 cosplays anyways. Exactly, Celine. Time zones are actually confusing, yeah. Still not a bigger fail than Gary's game, this is true. Okay, moving on from Gary's game. We have Eric. Eric B. Chess. Played with black. It's against Boyshack? Wait a second. Boyshack also submitted a fail where he played as white. Could these possibly be the same game? No, they're not the same game. Okay. I for a second thought that perhaps it would have been very funny. It would have been very poetic if one side had submitted a game as a flex and the other side had submitted as a fail. Because once again, whenever we do Flex Friday, we also have an arena. So... No! The first person we saw, or the second person we saw, was 356. Literally 356. I feel like 356 deserves a thumbs up after every time you say the rating. Did you guys see the 3-year-old that's 1550 or something? Sorry. Hema is like the anti 3-year-old 1550. I have no idea what Hema's age is, but I just think that it's great. I genuinely think that it's amazing. Just have fun. It just keeps getting worse. Oh. I apologize. Okay, sorry, back to Eric's game. I mean, Boyshack, what happened? No, different guy. There's a different 3-year-old right now who's like 1550. It's somebody else. Misha is older now. Misha was 3 back in like 2007 or something. Misha is a teenager. He's gonna be an adult soon. He's gonna need to start working soon. So do I think this game is a flex? Yeah, I do. I do think this game is a flex. He casts so long. You don't see that very often in Grand Prix. Once again, I don't understand how you guys are getting positions like this out of the Grand Prix. Usually when I see the Grand Prix... Oh, it's because he played D5. Okay, D5 is an interesting line. I agree, Celine. Alright, bishop to b6. I really like this. I like rook takes e5. No qualms about sack-in exchange. I do think that here it would have been way cooler if he had found an en passant, so... It's true, Zuka. Alright, we'll pin this game. There's nothing exceptional, Dotman. You'd be surprised. I don't think people honestly give kids enough credit. Kids can be very, very smart. The majority of chess players that became grandmasters at an earlier age, once again, look, Boyshak, are you ready to clip this? Can you please clip this? I think this is really, really important. A lot of people ask me all the time. People ask me all the freaking time. Can I become good at chess if I start playing at 21? The answer to that is absolutely yes. You might never become as good as Magnus Carlsen, but Magnus Carlsen's son is also probably not going to become as good as Magnus Carlsen. So forget about becoming Magnus Carlsen. Focus on yourself. Now, the issue with chess is not that the game is hard. It is, obviously, but a lot of things are hard. You know what's hard about chess? You have to commit 10 years of your life or more to a game that pays very few dividends. You're not making money when you're playing chess. You have to spend money to play chess tournaments. You have to pay for coaches. You have to pay for your chess.com diamond membership. You have to pay for your family because at some point you're gonna get old and you realize you probably don't want to die alone, so then you're gonna start finding a girlfriend, and then you find out that your girlfriend is actually quite expensive, and then maybe you end up making her become your fiance, and then you have to pay for a ring, and then you maybe make her become your wife, and then you gotta pay for a marriage, and then you gotta pay for a house, and then all of a sudden you have kids, and it's like, where has your life even gotten to? And all this time you're trying to become a chess grandmaster. Can you imagine doing that while trying to become a chess grandmaster? No, but like, it's true. People ask me all the time if they can become a chess grandmaster if they start chess at the age of 21. Yes, you probably can. It might take any time between 10 to 30 years and probably $5 million because you're gonna need to hire a ton of coaches. You're gonna need to try to grind all these tournaments. So yes, I genuinely think you physically can. You biologically can. There's nothing stopping a 21-year-old from becoming a grandmaster at age 50. But you know what a problem is? What the problem is? We live in a society where you probably don't really want to do that. You don't have time to go find 2 or 3 side jobs. You need to be working on chess 8 hours a day, starting from 21. And you can maybe get to International Master in 5, 6. Becoming Grandmaster is a lot harder than that. So once again, I'm just letting you know, it's possible. It's 100% possible. I'm willing to bet a lot of money that if you gave some guy who is, you know, average IQ, obviously that's also kind of subjective. If you give a guy average IQ, give him unlimited money and unlimited time, he can get it. But we don't live in a society where that is possible. The reason that most of the time you see people become grandmasters young is because they started at 3 years old. And if you start at 3 years old, you're not expected to be working at age 5. You're not expected to be paying for your own house or your own living expenses at age 7. You're not expected to be, you know, paying for your own groceries at age 8. You're not expected to be paying taxes at age 10. Like,
my point is, you don't need to be extremely smart to become a grandmaster. You just need time and resources. I study chess 6 to 8 hours every single freaking day. Basically starting from when I was 5 years old. I learned chess when I was 3. I learned the rules when I was 3. I started playing tournaments at age 3. I played national championships in France when I was 4. I won national championships in Finland when I was 5. And I realized that if I wanted to become world chess champion, I would have to put in 6 to 8 hours every single day. And it took me 9 years to become world chess champion for under 14 girls, which at that time was the most that I could possibly do as a 14-year-old. And then, actually, sorry, 4 years before then, I'd already realized this is not fucking worth it. And I tried expressing that to my mom and was like, Mom, this is not fucking worth it. And she was like, trust me, bro, you're gonna get into Harvard. Guess who didn't get into Harvard? And guess who thinks that was an insane waste of time? Me. So once again, you can fucking do it. You can freaking do it. You absolutely can. You just need time and money if you want to get really, really, really good at chess. If you don't care about getting good at chess, the game is infinitely, infinitely more fun. I promise you. It's way more fun when you play it for fun. If you like getting good at chess, then go for it. Just be, I don't know, realistic. Right? I don't think that there is anything wrong with starting chess at whatever age. There is nothing at all wrong with that. You can get to whatever rating you want to get as long as you're willing to put in the time and the effort. That is the biggest issue for a lot of people. I think the biggest problem is that they're not honest to themselves about their rating goal. They're not honest about how much time it will take for them to get there. And because of that, they think that, you know, they deserve more, and they think that they're getting unlucky or something. Or they think that I'm telling them that you can't become a grandmaster and it's too old to start. No, fucking no shot. I'm not telling you that at all. What I am telling you, it's never too late to start chess. Absolutely not. It just might take you 20 years and $50 million. That's all I'm telling you, which is not impossible. Anybody can become grandmaster in the world. Literally anyone. It's just a question of how much of your life you're willing to spend on the game. Okay, 15 million maybe. It might not be 50 million, it might be 15 million. Chess is way more fun when you play it for fun, trust me on this. That's my point though, Forge. But that is exactly my point. People don't like the honesty. I think that everybody can become a grandmaster given the resources and given the time. I think $15 million is probably enough. For Bob, specifically, for Bob, it might take 30 years and $30 million. But for Chester, I would say it's maybe 10 and $15 million. Easy. Well, I think it's different with pro esports because pro esports requires a lot more flexibility with your hands. Like, some people are just not like you're the nerves in your brain with inflation maybe closer to 50 million in 10 years, yeah. Well, I don't think Rex Sinkfield is spending 8 hours a day though. I think once again, there's a very, very big difference between being like, hey, I'm gonna just go do this, and then versus doing it just for fun. And also, sorry, I'm not saying this $15 million because I'm saying that as, you know, somebody who Like, that's how much your coaching's gonna cost. I'm saying that as how much your life is going to cost. Between 21 to 31 or whatever, you're going to be probably spending, you know, you can live pretty frugally, I guess, like on 25K a year, maybe. Sounds cheap with inflation. So let's say your living expenses are 25K rent, and you spend 10K a year on food or something. You're spending probably upwards of $50,000 to travel to classical chess tournaments. So that more or less might cover flights and terrible hotels, but it might. And then on top of that, you gotta spend about $100 per hour of chess training with coaches. And you're gonna need a lot of hours of those. So it just adds up a lot. It just really, really, really adds up. Like, it's just not cheap to live. Just think about how expensive it is to just live as a human being in life, right? And then not only are you not going to be making money during this time of becoming a grandmaster, you're going to be losing money on this way to becoming a grandmaster. So, yeah. It's just not great. And thank you so much, Bad Boy, for the tier 3. Welcome back to your 47th month. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. I think it's just very hard to combine chess and life. You're gonna have to give up so much of your life. And time is money. Yeah, do you want to be doing this between the ages of 21 to 31? To become a grandmaster? And then be broke after you become a grandmaster? Because you're not going to become a super grandmaster. You're only going to become a very average grandmaster. You are going to be a 2500 rated grandmaster that's going to get paid at most $100 an hour for chess coaching. That is going to be your limit. I do think that it is very, very, very hard for someone to become a better than average grandmaster, but you can become a grandmaster. For sure. I just don't think you can ever be a Nishikiri or a Ding Liren or a Gukesh or, like I said, Magnus Carlsen. You just probably can't. That you do need to start young. Right. Then you play street chess and hustle after spending $15 million and you're just broke and homeless. And that's the only way you can make money. Yeah, that about sums it up. I just don't think it's really worth it. So yeah, exactly, Joey. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And the sad part is, right? Like, it's not just chess. Once again, I'm using chess because a lot of people here play chess and we are aware of the chess world. This happens in other sports too. In other sports though, there's a lot more physical element to it. Chess doesn't really have that physical element, which is why you can see 3-year-olds playing against 30-year-olds or 90-year-olds in fact. There's just there's no like physical element to playing chess. So it's kind of nice that that exists, but you know what is sort of a balancer in life? The fact that once we hit 18, you no longer have somebody, right, money. You no longer have parents feeding you. You no longer have a roof over your head for free. I mean, I know some people do, but I was not going to pay for it with mental health. Anyways, there's a big equalizer once you become an adult, and you actually just got to go figure it out yourself. So once again, I would love to see some really rich billionaire's son be like 30 years old or something and have nothing to do in his life, and he goes on this crazy arc of trying to become a grandmaster chess player. I think that would be really interesting. I'm waiting for that day. I'm just saying. I do think that the older you are, the harder it is. Absolutely. 100%. I do think that the older you start, the less likely it is for you to get to a higher level. But I do think becoming just a 2500 grandmaster is very doable. I mean, what else are they gonna charge, Bob? Yeah, exactly. Hello there. Ready for XAE12's Grandmaster Journey incoming. If you want to get a 2100, you can do that like that. Just go play. And play with purpose, and you can probably get a 2100 FIDE. 2100 FIDE, I think, is very doable. Much more doable than Grandmaster. It will probably take you from start having no chess knowledge to end 4 years of about 6 hours a day. Something like that, B9. Like, I'm sure there's some way to, like, but I genuinely think that if you gave somebody who is currently 2100 infinite time, infinite money, then they can get to, yeah. On chess.com, you can get to 100 play without purpose. It's true. 2100 FIDE? Yeah. 4 years, 6 hours a day. 2100 FIDE is not the same as 2100 on chess.com. Okay, it does depend a little bit on where you play. Like, I would not recommend doing that in the US. And I would go recommend to do that in Europe. There's real regional difference. So, I would say no. Absolutely not. For me to study chess to become 2550 FIDE, I would not take that offer for $50 million. You could offer me $50 million for the day. It's not that I don't think I can do it. I think I can do it. I don't want $50 million to become 2550. My time, my next 10 years is worth more than $50 million. I'm sorry. My next 10 years is invaluable. I will have to spend 8 hours of my day for the next 10 years to get to 2550. And I'm going to be 35. I'm going to be old. These are my prime living years. You're not taking that away from me for $50 million. I'm not spending 8 hours a day. It's just not worth it to me. Like, what's the point of having, like, I would just really prefer to have my youth now and try to make whatever money I possibly can. I don't want to be in my 30s playing chess. I'm sorry, I just don't. Yeah, but I don't like playing chess. I played chess because I thought I was gonna get into Harvard. If I had infinite time, I would. If I had 2 lifetimes, if I had 200 years to live, I would do it, for sure, easily. Well, to be fair, I didn't want to be playing chess in my 10s either, so, like, you know, it's kind of a moot point. The only reason I played chess at all was my parents promised me. Anyways. Got skma so hard. I just don't think it's ever worth the gamble, because once again, my point is I could like have spent 10 years and still not be 2550 FIDE, and therefore I wouldn't collect $50 million and go next. Like, it's only probably a 70% chance that I can actually hit 2550 FIDE if I tried for the rest of my life. It's probably less than that. It's probably 65, because like I said, I don't think I'm very naturally attuned to the game. And also because I think I really struggle with mentally playing the game, because I don't particularly like playing classical chess. I think it's much easier if you gave me the goal of hitting 3000 in bullet. If you gave me the goal of hitting 3000 in bullet in the next 10 years and offered me 5 million, 100%. If you offer me 1 million, 100%. It's just classical chess. Classical chess is just such an arduous game. It just is slow. It's just like... I don't think so, comeback. I took a really long break from chess, unless chess changes. Like I said, you know, faster time controls are way better. Then I just lose 5 years of my life. Like, if you said I have 5 years to do it. I think classical chess, it just needs to change. But once again, some people like it. I personally don't. which is why I think what chess.com is doing is amazing. They're promoting speed chess championships, they're promoting team chess championships, they're promoting all these really fun events and faster formats that, once again, I think is the future. Not everybody agrees with me, and that is okay. I'm personally not going to be playing classical chess. Like, a big problem. If there was a Grandmaster title for Rapid and Blitz, I would absolutely try, yeah. I think Blitz is so much more fun. I just don't understand why it's 2024 and we're on this floating rock that's, you know. I think it's like, I much prefer Bullet. I strongly prefer Bullet. I don't like any time control over Bullet. But I will tolerate Blitz, because Blitz is the closest time control that people play, and I think Blitz is fine. It's fine. It's not my favorite, but it's fine. It's okay. But Classico chess? Hell no. You can't pay me enough to do that, man. You just really cannot. I would give up League in a second. Offer me $200,000, I give up League. You're paying me to get rid of my addiction? I'll take it. Yeah, I'll sell my addictions. I'll take it for 10k. You can pay me 10k to never play League for the rest of my life. No, I don't think so. I don't think I can take 10k, but like 50k maybe. I do like 3L sometimes though. I agree. Chess Online versus Chess Classical over the board is insanely different. You gotta understand, when I was a kid, the only time control that I was allowed to play, my parents allowed me to play, was Classical chess. If I was playing online, I was playing 35 minutes plus 15 seconds. I've always found Classical chess relatively boring. I really did not enjoy playing it as a 7-year-old. Was insanely suicidal at 8 because I had already developed depression from my parents yelling at me every time I lost a game. And kind of like what Ding said in the interview, like I didn't feel like I deserved to live anytime I lost a game, because that's what my parents would tell me. My mom would be like, I can't believe you lost this fucking game, like how could you lose? And she would just yell at me after every single loss. So anyways, I had a lot of dark thoughts in my head when I was playing Classico chess, and because the game formats are so long, there's just too much time to ruminate about it, right? There's just way too much time to ruminate about it, which I think is a really big problem when you're playing a game that's this long, because if it was just, oh, I lost, go next, my mom wouldn't be mad, I wouldn't be mad, nobody would be fucking mad, we just go on to the next game. Because it's Classico chess, you have the whole day, you end the game at 10 p.m. or 9 p.m. whatever, and then you play your next game at, 11 a.m. So you have about 13 hours to go over your loss. And it's really just a very, very tough sort of format to go through when your parents are not supportive of you, but they're still making you do it anyways, because it's only okay if you win. And I think because of that, I just never really liked the game. It was just like, bro, I don't think Ding's parents are that way, though. I really hope not. I really, really hope not. And thank you so much, Anonymous, for the tier 3 sub drops. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I mean, it's great because they set me up so that I can receive tier 3 subs, and I really genuinely appreciate that. I genuinely do. I didn't have any motivation. It was that or suicide, and I tried twice when I was like 19 and 21. And it didn't work, and that's how I got California 5150'd. It's just negative motivation. It's the, if I don't do this, I don't know what else I'm gonna do with my life. So therefore, I have to do this. And it's a very dark place to get out of, but I'm a lot better now, and if I am depressed, it's not because of chess as much, of tournament chess, thankfully. Because looking back on it, I realized that it's fucking ridiculous that we as a community tolerated this behavior. And I think for the most part, you know, once again, my parents did their best. They thought that this was the best way to get me to be motivated because, like I said, I wasn't personally very motivated. So they did what they thought would motivate me, which is negative and reinforcement, which works. It absolutely works. It got me to become world chess champion for under 14 girls, which I gave no fucks about and was, you know, just like, all right, check mark. Okay, what's next? Which was going to become Canadian women's champion so I could play in World Cup, which is like the big kids club. And that was honestly kind of the moment in my life where I realized, wow, I really don't care if I win or not. Like, it sucks to lose. I hate the feeling of losing. But winning, I don't care that much about winning. Like, this doesn't mean anything to me because I don't personally love the game. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think it's a really interesting dynamic because on some fronts, I get a lot of opportunities that I would have never gotten. But on the other front, I'm spending like basically 50% of my money on therapy and travel and trying to not literally be depressed. That's literally what I'm spending like so insane amounts of money on. It's just getting myself to like this okay level, and I get so frustrated. Like, I think a really good way of describing it is like, you know, if this is sort of the average for people, I'm like way down here. So for me to have a good day, it's always an uphill battle, and then I just fall back down. And it's like I try to work myself way up, and then I fall back down. So I have to spend insane amounts of money to, like, whether it's, you know, therapy or literally not being able to work because I'm in the hospital, or yeah, anything. So, well, right now I'm trying to play chess in ways that's more fun, which is why I do things like Flex Friday, because Flex Friday is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to remind you guys that there's ways to enjoy the game that is not spending 10 years of your life on something that you might find out at the end of the day it doesn't mean that much to you. You might think that it means something to you, but you really gotta ask yourself, like, am I doing this for myself? I need to work on my mindset so much. I need to hire mindset coaches. I need to develop myself a routine. I need to, yeah. But, and I think what RUB9 is saying is so accurate. Winning is never half the emotional up as is losing coming down. It's crazy how that works. You'd be shocked if you play classical chess. You will be happy when you win a game of classical chess, but you're gonna be so much sadder losing the game. Which is crazy. I don't know why. And thank you so much, Mickey Man, for the 10. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know what I wish I could have done 10 years ago? Well, I mean, 10 years ago, there wasn't Blitz. I would have... There were two ways that my life could have been insanely better. First of all, no classical chess. Losing games in 6 hours is painful. And it makes your parents really mad at you. Because in their head, they think that they wasted all this time training you to play chess and you're wasting their time. So it's just this, like, endless cycle of people being annoyed at each other. I'm no better than my parents on that front. I was super depressed if I lost games. I was like, bro, why the fuck? It just didn't help that on top of it, they were like yelling at me. I was like, I'm already mad, bro. Like, I think that was honestly so much my biggest problem. I was like, I'm already fucking mad. I don't understand why you're more mad. Like, I'm the one that lost this fucking game. What do you mean, like, you're mad too? I think I just got really annoyed about that. I think that too, like, feeling relief. At some point, I just became, like, numb. It was just feeling relief if I won. Like, oh my gosh, thank God I didn't lose. So, yeah. But once again, if you lose in 15 minutes, it's like, alright, I lost. Go next. Or if you lose in 2 minutes, when I play Bullet, I don't even remember the game I played. I might be like, oh fuck, I blundered a queen. Alright, next game. And then 10 games later, it's like, oh. What happened 10 games ago? I have no idea. I don't even remember what opening I played. I don't even remember who I played. I don't know what happened. And I think that makes the game super, 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 super different. So, anyways, yeah. If I really tried to, so. Yeah, exactly, Connor. Yes, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Absolutely, yes. Like, you just feel worse. There's a very direct correlation between feeling worse about your loss the longer the game has gone on. Like, losing, like, the pain threshold versus the win threshold, right? So lose is here, time is here. It's literally just this. It's a direct correlation. It's a very direct correlation. Yeah, right. Which is why if you lose a 50-minute game of League, it's way worse than losing a 15-minute game of League. But I do think I learned a lot. As in, every loss fucking sucks, don't lose. That's honestly what I had in my mind for the longest. I was like, okay, so if I just don't lose, I'm not gonna be depressed. Anyways, hey Mickey Man, thank you so much for the 200 bits. That's not a healthy way of thinking. That's a very unhealthy way of thinking. And then I realized at age 17 that I can't lose if I don't play, which is why I quit. Like, when I was 14, I was like, well, maybe if I just don't lose, I'm just gonna be happy. So that's what I tried for a bit, and then I was still like, wow, I'm still not very happy. And then I was like, well, maybe if I just don't play, I will be happy. And then we figured it out. But yeah. But thank God there's bullet chests. You know, I genuinely had no idea there were faster time controls until Alex Botes showed me they were faster time controls. I was just never allowed to play faster time controls, which is like crazy because it's so much more fun. It's so much more fun. I don't know. My life is just messed up. If I had found bullet chests at age 5, my life would be a different story. I'd be a happy person. Or maybe more neurotic. I don't know. It's a fine line, I think. I think it's a very fine line. Well, I think they just, like, the only, well, okay. What I'm trying to, I have this issue all the time, right? People tell me this all the time, that they don't think that Blitz players or Bullet players at certain ratings are as good as their classical counterparts. And I've been trying to tell people that it doesn't fucking matter if a 2600 Bullet player is the same as a 2600 classical chess player. It's not the same fucking time control. It's not the same game. Why are we comparing like this? And I think that's the biggest shift that chess has seen in recent history that I have loved. Because why the fuck are you a classical chess elitist? Like, okay, go defend your depression. Have fun. Write another post on Reddit. I hope you feel better. Like, it's just genuinely, yeah, anyways. Like, why are we even comparing apples and oranges? These are not related. Just let me live. Anyways. Yeah. But anyways, I do think there wouldn't be two different ratings if it was the same game. Exactly. I think chess is moving in much better fronts. I also think that parenting is moving in much better fronts. And I honestly don't have any intentions of returning to classical chess. But it's not like comparing apples and monster trucks. I kind of love that. I kind of love that. I think it's so important because I randomly have this background of chess that I never expected to have. I'm just trying to use it for some good, man. I don't even know if I'm really using it for good. Like, I'm just trying to tell everybody that Bullet's the better time control. You should just all play Bullet. Or just have fun. Like, just have fun. It just doesn't need to be serious. I think having fun more than anything else. There's nothing wrong with if you actually enjoy classical chess and play it. There's a very big difference between being forced to play classical versus playing and enjoying it, right? If you just have fun, that's the most important part. Like, for sure. Just applies to some aspects of life, too. Because I definitely think that, you know, everybody in the world is required to work. That's fine. But you're probably not choosing chess as your form of work. So, if you're gonna play chess, why be overly pressed about it? And if you're not having fun, there's no shame in trying something else. Really. If you think that playing the London is not for you, try a different opening. If the only thing you like to play is the London, then go for it. No judgment. I used to have judgment. Try the Ruffles. I no longer have judgment. I was one of the elitists at some point because I thought it was unfair that I had spent so much of my life getting to a point where I was good and people were just coming in and throwing that all out. And then I was like, wait, why am I thinking like this? I am literally causing my own depression. I'm the problem. So then became a Bullet Andy and created the Ruffles. I'm way better now. Way better. I used to think that Bullet's not a legitimate time control and that Bullet is just like something for people that can't be good at classical chess. And then I realized, why the Dude, they used to play chess by mail, called correspondence chess. I'm not making this up. They literally used to send mail. I used to have a chess coach who used to send mail to his friend in Cuba. And every now and then, no letters would come through for 3 months because it got held up at the border because this was during the Cold War. And they would be like, why the hell are you sending these cryptic texts? So I've literally played I've had a friend who used to play correspondence chess as his like main source of chess because he lived in Finland. It was extremely slow. The correspondence chess have free moves. Yeah. Exactly, Kevin. I don't know. Cultured. He had these great stories about people he used to play correspondence chess with. I have so many fun stories from like how chess used to be back in the day. Chess needs to move with the times. Just because this game has been here for 50,000 years does not mean that it doesn't get to change with the times. It can change with the times. I would die. No, I wouldn't die playing correspondence chess. I would like literally forget to email back or mail back. I'm not even joking. I would genuinely just forget at some point that this letter even existed. And I would just be like, sorry, why am I getting a letter from, you know, Eswatini? Like, who is this? It's true, Connor. Well, nowadays there's less correspondence chess, yeah. But I do think daily chess can be fun for people who are just like... I flagged so many times in daily chess. Well, this was pre-engine times, where nowadays, if you play correspondence, everybody has access to an engine, so it's kind of sad, but... Man, I have been in chess for a long time. I've been in chess since the early 2000s, and because I have very clear memories. It's not even like I was part of the community. I just have very clear memories. And then I had a coach when I was in Finland, because once again, he's from Finland, so he has a lot of time on his hands because he's in Finland. And he told me all these stories about like 80s through 90s chess. So I have like all this first-hand retelling experience of what chess was like in the 80s and 90s. Imagine losing a game because you couldn't afford stamps. Yeah. So, anyways, what I'm saying is, I've been in chess a long time. Look, Connor. Finland is decided. But it's funny. It's kind of funny. I've been in chess since the 80s. I remember Deep Blue. No, I don't actually remember Deep Blue, but I've also had people recount to me their first-hand experience of watching Deep Blue, and I'm just there like, No, I was born in 2000. I was in 2000s. But sorry. Anyways, back to Flex Friday. This is how Flex Friday started. Have fun, guys. Win some money. Don't take it too seriously. If you're using the $50 you make every week for rent, good for you. But don't stress it too much. You're making more money with your chess games than the average grandmaster. Alright, next up we have Ken Kaneki. Played as white. Wasn't sure how to continue at first, but I made it work. Oh my god, that's so amazing, Joey. I love that. I love that. Congrats. No, chess has changed so much, and it's healthy that it's changing so much. Good for you, Connor. That's why Flex Friday is always like, if I don't do much else, we have to do Flex Friday every week. Even if I don't feel like doing it sometimes, we have to do it. Because it's so important. Oh my gosh, Mickey man, that's insane. Holy crap. Yo. Y'all, if you guys got a gifted sub from Mickey today, if you got a gifted sub from Anonymous, please, please, please make sure you're thanking them. Check the top of your Twitch. Or need Flex Friday money for their ADHD meds. I mean, whatever it is, no judgment on what you spend $50 on. It can be beer. It's really up to you guys. But seriously, thank you so much, Mickey. Really appreciate it. I think next week is actually going to be a free-for-all Flex Friday, which just means that you can submit any game. I think it's time. We haven't done one in a little while, so appreciate it very much, Mickey. Thank you for sponsoring Flex Friday. But seriously, you guys are great. Thank you. Have fun is what I'm trying to tell you. That's it. And if you want to be insanely neurotic and try to become a grandmaster, then go for it, but have fun. It's important. Hey Loki, thank you so much for the tier 1. Appreciate that too. Welcome to the pool party. In a world full of people aspiring to be Magnus Carlsen, be a Skrillasaurus Rex. I mean, this is definitely a flex because he won, but it's not that much a flex because he won, because his opponent got his bishop trapped. So, and he's 2,500. We'll pin it for now, but it's not the most flexy of the flex games. The league games were actually really good yesterday. They were, well, we had one 50-minute game, which was honestly a win, so it made it feel good. Winning a single game of 50-minute league is like winning 2 games of 25 for sure. The satisfaction of winning a long game of league is insane. I also want to be Magnus with jawline, not the chess skills. I love that. Hell yeah, Zayden. Whatever your number is, be proud of it. What is happening? Okay, I've seen the Grand Prix played in ways that I'd never fathomed. I say this every single time I look at a different game of Grand Prix, and I still don't understand how we're getting to these positions. I need to show you guys a game of like a model Grand Prix attack, and it's just kind of wild. Alright, at least you got the rook. And this is a game by a 1,000, 1,100. 1,100's pretty solid. I feel like 1,100. They also don't build 1,100 the same. 1,100s these days are so good. I mean, I don't think this game's that much of a flex. I think it's great. I think it's well played. I think it's well played. I think the opponent could have taken this pawn. But, you know, Matt, I respect the fact that you won. You get bonus points for having a cat in your profile picture. And since we are low on flexes today, you do get to get pinned. If you want to submit any game that's not a thematic opening, you can submit one next week. Next week I'm opening it back up to anybody can submit anything. It's gonna be fun. Discord channel.
Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games.
Sorry, what? Did you guys hear that? Where did that come from? Wait, this is a chest dog. Oh! Oh, it's on the side. It's this. I thought that was a voice in my head too. I was just so confused. Did anyone ask for this? Did anybody ask for this? Who asked for this? Does it make more
The Sicilian defense controls the d4 square with c-pawn. The closed Sicilian controls d5 with the knight and aims for slower development without an immediate d4 push. Knight c6 helps control both the d4 square and the e5 square. f4 takes space in the center, controls e5 and prepares to develop the knight behind the f-pawn. g6 prepares to fianchetto the dark squared bishop to g7, where it will sit on the long diagonal.
Sorry, this is like the 2024 feature. Like, it's the chess.com Siri. It's literally like if they brought Stockfish IRL and was like, would you like some chess help? I mean, this is great. I don't even need to commentate Flex Friday anymore. I can just listen to this.
This activates a bishop by developing it off of its starting square.
This is some just win forehead business. I mean, it's not wrong. He's not wrong. He's really not wrong. Yeah, it activated the bishop by developing it off its starting square. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
This develops the bishop and gives it scope on the long diagonal. This develops a knight off its starting square, getting it into the action. This prepares the bishop for development. The bishop is ready to be developed to an active square.
Oh, I would love that.
The knight moves from its initial position, joining the action.
This is way more educational than me. What are you talking about? If you guys wanted educational chess, you would not be here on my channel.
Castling gets the king out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook.
When have I ever said anything remotely educational?
Castling to the same side of the board is a more cautious approach.
I'm much better at being a life coach than a chess coach.
The queen moves from its initial position, joining the action. That's fine. This is a fair move. The game was close to equal, but now white has the advantage. Very precise. This overlooks an opportunity to capture a vulnerable pawn. A great find, leaving the rook vulnerable to attack.
Sorry, Pranav's game just happens to be the one that this activated on. But for a little context, Pranav played as white. I'm someone who doesn't play 1e4. So that being said, I absolutely love playing the Grand Prix against Sicilian. Gives great positions and gives great attacking positions. And this game is an example of that. Other than that, just a clean game. Enjoy. Thank you. Appreciate it. So for a little context, this guy's Grand Prix is actually the most accurate Grand Prix I've seen so far. These are the type of positions you're supposed to get from the Grand Prix, where one side, this is the first game that I've seen that actually does this, where one side is attacking on the king side, so white is attacking on the king side, and black is trying to attack on the queen side. A takes b5 is a great move, because queen takes a1.
This is the strongest option.
Sorry, I forgot that this is still on.
The pawn is now passed because it can no longer be challenged by pawns as it tries to promote.
The pawn is now passed. Is this a chess terminology I have not passed? This is how we're calling past pawns in 2024? Man, I can't keep up with this Gen Z lingo. When have we ever called it just passed? The pawn is now passed. Isn't it way better to just say that it's a passed pawn now? Because this just sounds like it's dead. Have you ever in your life said the pawn is now passed over saying it's now a passed pawn? The pawn is now passed. Just that makes it sound like it died. It literally just makes it sound like it died. Yeah. This pawn has passed, bro. If somebody told you, oh, my mother just passed, would you ever think they were saying anything other than passed away? Other than like she's down the street? No. Absolutely not. Like, you would? Interesting. I don't think I would ever use the word past. I feel like past is just... no, not real. Like, that just sounds so weird.
Right on target. This threatens to win a bishop by pinning a piece.
Okay, okay. That's a good one.
That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either.
Thanks, coach.
This wins material. This threatens to play checkmate.
It does. It does threaten to win checkmate and win material.
Very precise. That queen was free for the taking. This is the strongest option. This offers an equal trade of pieces. A very strong play. This allows the opponent to pin a knight. This permits the opponent to win a bishop through a fork. White will be winning a bishop with that fork. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. This evades the check from the knight. After all captures, this is an equal trade. This threatens to play checkmate. This immobilizes the knight by pinning it to the king. White can win material through a fork with the right follow-up from here. This threatens to play checkmate.
We no longer need play-by-play commentators, guys.
This prevents the opponent from being able to play checkmate. White will be winning a rook with that fork. This steps away from the checking knight. This captures a free rook. Takes back. Right on target. This steps away from the checking queen.
I would do this for free. They don't even need to pay me.
This captures a knight and eliminates a threat.
This is so funny.
This is the start of the endgame, and white is winning. I would love to be the
voice on your game review.
This takes an open file, a common method for activating a rook. This steps away from the checking rook. One of the best moves.
You just need to comment for each move, really.
This move puts the queen on a safer square. This steps away. This is the way to win a pawn. This steps away from pushing a passed pawn.
Sorry, that felt like it was supposed to have a second sentence, but...
A solid choice. This wins a bishop. A very strong play. This move puts the knight on a safe... This is not the right idea. Very precise.
This is not the right idea.
This is not the right idea.
Actually kind of good.
Very precise. This permits the opponent to play checkmate. This misses an opportunity to play checkmate.
All right, well, at least
this permits the opponent to play checkmate.
This was a good game. I got a little sidetracked with the, you know, with the AI voice line, but... Oh, yeah, that would be great. I should just say yoink every time there's a capture. See you later, Alone. All right, wait, how many flexes do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, perfect. This is actually great. Yeah, I can mute it. Okay, wait, I want to see what it says on a bad game, like voice shacks.
Black broke through in the endgame with some strong maneuvers.
Wow, there's a summary for it.
Opening with the queen's pawn controls the center and usually leads to a more positional development of the pieces. C5 looks to distract white from the center by offering a wing pawn for white's central D pawn.
Okay, I don't think the commentary is particularly helpful. Please. I want things that say, that move was horrid, please uninstall or something. That would be so much better. Let's see how this game ended up as a fail, though. This was also from the... Sorry. You're allowed to submit games that are not part of the theme for fails. This is the only good move. Good job, Boy Shack. That's crazy. That's a fun feature, but it's kind of weird. I see where it's going, for sure. I see what it can potentially be used for. Okay, I mean, White's so winning. What could possibly go wrong? Why?
This leads to checkmate, but there was a faster route. This evades the check from the queen. That leaves a queen open to being captured. This misses an opportunity to play checkmate. This captures a free queen. By trading pieces, White has lost any chance to complicate things. The pawn endgame is now in Black's favor.
How do you feel, Boy Shack? How do you feel about this?
Takes back. Right.
Wait.
This is not the right idea. There were worse moves, but also something much better. This is not the best. Right. Very precise. This is not the right idea. This misses a much better move. A solid. That. One of the best. This leaves a pawn without defenders. That pawn was free for the taking. A very strong play. Right. A solid. And the game is over.
Sorry, the AI is really funny, actually. Very strong play when he's already dead lost is hilarious to me. I mean, honestly, I respect it. We should really have AI that says, oh, you suck, try again. Missed opportunity. Okay, next up, we have Nuff Served. Played as White. In case y'all think Boy Shack only fails here, he is beating my tomfoolery. Thank you, mods, for helping Nemo. Delulu Bliss. Alright, this is a fail. Yeah. Sounds good, Gary. I want him to be a bit more savage. Oh! Wait, we saw this game live! This game had so much potential. Oh my gosh. This was such a good idea. Queen takes f5 on paper was such a good idea if Boy Shack had taken the queen. But you know what you guys... Oh my gosh, I cannot draw arrows. You know what you guys need to remember? What the heck is happening? Wait, do you see this? I'm trying to undo this arrow that the knight has made, going from here to here. But... Okay, anyways. Your opponent does not have to make the move that you think they will make. It's the lesson from this. Which is why Boy Shack captured the knight instead of the queen. Alright. Next up, we got Homer! If you took with a pawn, you would just lose the queen. Like, it was just a trade, but it's a worse trade. So, you don't want to take worse trades. That wasn't even that much of a fail. You played fine. I mean, you played against somebody higher rated. They found some tactics, finally. So. Alright, next up. Homer Doe. Played as White. Made it myself. Up a bishop and knight. That's pretty impressive. Alright. Certainly made it themselves. Hello, hello. How much time was spent on King of 1? 3.8 seconds. Yeah. Having already created Luft for your king so that you have an escape square, and then moving your king into Maiden 1, back rank mate, is honestly special. Most of the time, people just kind of forget about back rank mate because they don't create Luft. But in this case, White not only had Luft, they also moved themselves into a position in which they can actually be checkmated. If they had just stayed on G1, everything would have been fine. But because they moved their king, they got checkmated. That's pretty tough. That's honestly pretty tough. That's not great. That's for sure. Luft. I heard Eric Rosen use that word, and I think it's such a great word.
Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light.
Or muted. Played as black. Low rated opponent, but a decent example of how to attack Grand Prix as black. Ooh! I like this. So you guys have seen some subpar ways to play the Grand Prix. We're finally going to see a above par way to play the Grand Prix with the black pieces and not just get attacked mercilessly. So as you can tell, if you fix your pawn on h4, no chance for the white pieces to develop. Oh my gosh! Hello, and thank you so much for the raid. I assume it was Andrea? I don't know. Who was it? Who was it? Thank you guys so much and welcome everyone. Andrea, okay, I guessed right. It was only 50%, but my 50% are hitting. Thank you so much. Oh, she was playing the London. Good for her, honestly. Welcome, guys. We are currently doing Flex Friday. So, one day, I'm expecting Andrea to either co-commentate Flex Friday. I've been asking her for a while. Oh, she played E4 tape, but lost both times. Well, you know, a 0 out of 2 is a lot better than... What's my win rate? So for context, I've been an E4 player since the day I was born. Okay, the day I started playing chess, so I was 3 when I basically, for a little context, I only play E4. I have like a 40% win rate on this account, which I'm not even sure if it wants to show me. I'm gonna select Bullet, because this is the one I have most games in. Anyways, it's okay. It's basically what I'm trying to tell you. It's okay if Andrea lost 2 games. Thank you. Oh my gosh, 50 gifted subs? Wait, that is insane. Holy crap. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. If you guys got a gifted sub from Anonymous, please make sure you're thanking them. Seriously, if you guys got a gifted sub today, it's been insane. The support here has been truly tremendous. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you're thanking them. For everybody coming in, I don't even know why we're getting all these gifted subs, but either way, I hope you're all enjoying it. Another little way you guys can make money today is actually Flex Friday. So today might be a little late for you guys to submit games, but every single week we do this thing where I give out $50 to the best game, which is community voted, so you guys get to just vote. And then the worst game, so like the terrible game, the game that only your mother would think you played well, gets $25. But yeah, so that's what Flex Fridays are about on this channel, and we do this every single Friday, and we've been doing this every single Friday for 2 years. So thank you guys very much for sponsoring it. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for making sure that we got money to pay out. But yeah, seriously, this is great. Currently we're on, today's theme was specifically, we're gonna go back actually to the start of this game. Today's theme was specifically the Grand Prix attack in the Sicilian defense, and I chose it because I love Formula 1, so I love fast cars. I mean, who doesn't love fast cars? But I think this was the day after the Brazilian Formula 1 is probably why the theme was Formula 1. I can't really remember right now. But anyways, I was just like paying attention to Formula 1, so that's why it's the Grand Prix attack. Some people have made $450 off of Flex Friday. I'm just letting you know. The earning potential here is way higher than the average Grandmasters. You can make more money submitting games, bad games at that, for Flex Friday than your average International Master. Alright, good night, Celine. Thanks for hanging. It has to be specifically this opening. So the Grand Prix attack is specifically E4, C5, F4. It's a bit of a long story. Honestly, don't worry too much. I know this isn't exactly the Grand Prix, but I've been calling it the Grand Prix because I need more openings that you guys can submit, because otherwise it's very hard for you guys to submit. So this is an opening that is usually played way less than the Open Sicilians, but is a really good resource to have with the white pieces because it's lesser known and people might not respond too well. This game right now, specifically watching from Black's perspective, and RU Benign has been a valuable member of the Canadian chess community for a really long time. And he's also been submitting really cool games. I know he played against a 1293, so we're just going to ignore that. I do judge a lot of things on the game. But I think this is a really good example of how to attack regardless. Like, regardless of how well the opponent played, right? He still is doing the thing. He's doing the thing. He's opening up the king side. He castle long. This is how you're supposed to attack in chess. And he's just delivering, which is cool to see. It's a really good example of how to attack on the other side of the board. Hey Anonymous, thank you so much for the 50, another 50 gifted subs. That's so insane. This is truly, truly insane. Holy crap, guys. I think we're gonna have to double our prizes for next week's Flex Friday. Next week's Flex Friday, it's going to be $100 for best game and $50 for worst game. This is absolutely insane. Thank you so much for all of the subs. Please, please, please make sure you're thanking them. Whoever's gifting you that sub. If you got one earlier from Anonymous, if you got one from Mickey, just check up top. Yeah, with open submissions, peak Flex Friday incoming, for sure. So make sure you guys are submitting good games of chess. And once again, good is always subjective. If you're 200, my expectation of good is going to be way lower than if you're 2,000. Yeah, it's Title Tuesday kind of money, exactly. But seriously, thank you guys. And yes, I'm doing a Jinx cosplay, Firecracker Jinx. But, it's scuffed. Because this stupid flower doesn't stay in my hair. I genuinely can't get this flower to stay in my hair. I mean, that's not the issue with this cosplay, honestly. The issue with this cosplay is that I put it together last minute. But this weekend is the premiere for Arcane, which is a show based on League of Legends. And Jinx is one of the main characters, and I love League and I love Arcane. So we're doing Firecracker Jinx today, and then tomorrow we're actually going to be doing the blue-haired version, so her base Arcane skin. Oh my god! Another 50? Yo. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please, guys. Make sure you're thanking them. That's actually crazy. Thank you very much, Anonymous. Guys, thank them. Thank them. I don't think we'll triple the rewards because I think it's more fun to spread it out, but I do really want to do something. We'll come up with something really cool. We'll do something. But seriously, that's so great. Thank you very, very, very much. Yeah. It just means that we have more funds for Flex Fridays. For the future. But seriously, you guys are great. Thank you. We're still looking over all the games. Don't even sweat it. We gotta do some sub events soon. Whoever brought up Sub Wars earlier, we might not do Sub Wars because I can't handle losing to other streamers at the current moment, but surely we can do subs versus plebs and nobody's gonna int, right? Surely. Okay, I am going to pin Are You Benign's game, even though it's not the most flexy, over Matt's game. Sorry, Matt. Oh my gosh. Yo. Thank you so much. There might not be many plebs left at this rate. It's true. Alright, well, you know, I think at this rate, we gotta do plebs versus subs tomorrow. That's insane. Thank you so much. Guys, please, 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 make sure you're thanking them. It's gonna be subs versus VIPs soon. And thank you so much, Hipside, for the 29 months as well. Welcome back. If we have any plebs left. Literally, if we have any plebs. Make sure you're thanking them. Even if you didn't get a gifted sub, they're super supportive in the community, which is wild. And thank you, Mickey. Appreciate that as well. Oh, also, by the way, if you are not submitting a game that is the Grand Prix, you can submit fails. Fails don't need to fit the theme. But next week's Flex Friday has no theme and has double the prizes. So, honestly, oh no. Oh, fun fact: if you're a sub on our channel, you can do some very low cost gamba. Have some points. Enjoy. No problem. That I can give you guys. Alright, we got Loki's game. Played as white. After a failed Lei Fong trap in the opening, we went on to play the most chaotic game, and of course, ended on a plot twist. Dun dun dun. Wait, this is a super delayed Lei Fong trick? Question mark? Oh, they were ready for it. They were absolutely ready for it. Well, if you ever feel like you played a bad game of chess, I'll let you know. Next week, you're being rewarded for it. Worst game gets 50 bucks. I mean, white is crushing it. How does white possibly lose? Uh-oh. I can see it slipping. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's still okay. It is literally still okay. Okay, it's literally still winning. No! Pikachu. Oh my gosh, Lurker 9000, thank you so much for the 10 months. Appreciate that too. And thank you, Mickey, for the 100 bits. Thank you guys. Okay, quick little chess lesson for y'all that nobody asked for. If your king looks like this, you're currently in opposition. Opposition means that neither side can cross. Now, if you get out of opposition, it fucking sucks. Because then your opponent's going to be able to slip through and capture your pawns. Which is why you want to be the one with the tempo on opposition. So here, a much better move for white would have been simply this. And then obviously not only are you winning, you also have a passed pawn. So if the king has to go to one side at some point, right? You can't keep defending against this king passing through. If the king goes here, you go here. If the king goes here, you go here. It's like a little shuffle dance. The kings are always trying to do the shuffle dance in the endgame. But yeah, that's opposition. So G3 absolutely threw the game. Which, wait! The opponent's king went backwards? You know where you do not want to go in an endgame? You do not want to be going backwards. Going backwards is not a good sign in a king pawn endgame in chess. It's also not very good in League of Legends. Or Dota, for that matter. If you're ever retreating, it's probably not great. I mean, there's a time and place, but for the most part, you want to be moving forward. Forwards, guys, forwards. Not backwards. Oh, hello? Oh, that was a weird glitch. What AI would say about the moves. And then we got the stalemate. How the heck did we get a stalemate? Wait, what? I literally had a lag in my chess game and I went from this position to stalemate. How did we stalemate? Alright, wow, that was really bad. Okay, so that got pinned as a fail for sure. This is, well, I would be more impressed if this game was scripted. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 fails. Okay, we have one last flex. This is the last game in this week's Flex Friday. I am locking the thread. Alright, this is a game between Easy. I destroyed Grandmaster Caden Trough, who also beat Magnus recently. That's a weird tagline. Is that like supposed to make me more impressed? Is that supposed to make us go, ooh? I mean, bro is destroying. He's not wrong. Bro is absolutely destroying. This is a pretty crazy game, honestly, with like how to use your pieces. And now he's just up a piece. And he does not throw. It's a pretty cool game. Exactly, Gary. Yeah, this is a Grand Prix attack. I think this is a very interesting way to play. Obviously, Caden let his king kind of, you know, get exposed. So he allowed knight takes... So not only did he allow knight to d5, he also allowed knight to g5, which is really strange. Allowed knight takes f7, which just means that he honestly lost a lot of material straight out of the opening, and then Easy converted that very nicely. So I think this game deserves to get pinned for sure. We are going to remove Ken's game. But congratulations on everybody who made the final 5. Now you guys get to vote on which game deserves the most. So, who deserves 50 buckaroos? Upcoming. We are actually going to start with the flexes this week, which just means that I'm going to be reviewing all the games that made it into the flex category, which is 5 games total that I pick, and then you guys get to vote. And if you didn't have a chance to submit this week, we take submissions every single week in our Flex Friday channel on our Discord server. So make sure you sign up and submit games through that. And if you don't care to, that's also totally fine. You should also just sign up. But there is $50 cash US for the best game that chat votes. People keep telling me I look like Chun-Li from Capcom Street Fighter video game, and I'm not going to lie. The only Chun-Li costume I know of hers is the white one. I mean, sorry, the blue one. I don't know a red one. Does she have a red costume too? She probably does. There's some extremely niche costumes out there that I honestly had never seen. Like, I don't think... Well, I'm sure people have done Firecracker Jinx, but even Firecracker Jinx isn't that popular. You know what I'm gonna do? Here. I don't have the little green stripe of color for Jinx, but I'm gonna put a little butterfly clip in my hair. There we go. That's our green streak of hair. No problem. Oh, this is actually on the same side as the green strip of hair. Hey, Milwaukee! Thank you so much for the prime. Appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I thought most of our costumes are blue. I'm specifically doing this one. This is Firecracker Jinx from League of Legends. Thank you, thank you. If you like this cosplay, please make sure you're following me on Instagram. My reel today didn't do well and I'm sad, so please give it a thumbs up or something. Give it a like, double tap. I would appreciate that very much. The first one. I know I have a bunch of channels, but thank you. I should have thought of this idea earlier. Oh, it's on this side. Okay. So anyways, back to Flex Friday. The best Flex Friday game, getting $50, so make sure you guys are looking closely. This week's theme was Grand Prix. And I saw Grand Prix played in a lot of different ways. In this game in particular, Skrillasaurus Rex is 356, which is an impressive rating to get for, you know, reasons. And he played against somebody double his rating. And what does he do? Well, he goes for the attack. So after threatening to take on f7, the opponent actually blocks it, and he's forced to move the bishop back, but he says no problem, and instead keeps going for the attack with queen to f3, threatening checkmate in 1. The opponent unfortunately sees this and goes for castles, which defends the f7 pawn, but he simply gives a threat with bishop to h6, and now the opponent has to make the choice between either giving up the exchange or moving the rook, because we for sure know that a 621 is not finding the move f5. In fact, if black plays f5, this is actually not so good for white, because then black wins. Oh, sorry, he can't take this bishop, but he can take this bishop, and then the bishop has to move. And then this is actually a totally fine position for black. But he's not going to find it. So anyways, he gets checkmate instead. We like it when our 356 get checkmate in 13 moves. You know what's an easy way to make sure you don't accidentally fail your game? Checkmate them early. If you checkmate them before they checkmate you, your game's probably a flex. Just letting you know that, in case anybody had issues with submitting flexes. But yeah, this was Hima's game. Or you can also just eat all their pieces. There's that too. This is falling open. Oh well. I don't think I can do anything about it now. I was trying to hold this close together with tape, but it's falling open now. Yeah, I had tape on the inside of this to make sure it sticks, but this one's not sticking. It was holding closed momentarily before, but at this current moment, it's not. There's also pins on the inside that I'm using to keep it all shut. Here, I got this. I got this, I got this. Okay. Even I have checkmated people before, believe it or not. That's okay. I mean, once again, you don't have to checkmate people to win games of chess. It's just a surefire way of winning. Does that make sense? You are guaranteed to win the game if you checkmate them. Alright, next up, we got another flex from Eric B. Chess. Also the Grand Prix attack. This is the only thing that was allowed this week. Oh, you can also flag them, yeah. True. Eric honestly played a very interesting game. He wasn't doing too hot until this part, where he realized that because he castle long, he is able to start an attack on the king side because his opponent castled king side with a slightly open king position. And I think that's very good awareness. And why h5 is a very reasonable move. Hey Mickey, thank you so much for another gifted sub. Appreciate that. Thank you. So here, Wojciech plays queen to e2. Eric plays rook e8. And then, because the queen is on the same diagonal as the king, he comes up with the idea of, oh, you know what I could do? Maybe we can skewer. Sorry, pin. This is a pin. Maybe we can pin the queen against the king. And after knight to e5, he takes with the rook. A little exchange sack. Now, he should have found this en passant. He did not. And instead, just delivers checkmate. Which is still cool. The en passant definitely takes away, the lack of en passant definitely takes away a little bit from the game, but that's okay. It's alright. Alright, next up, we have the 1200 strength. 1200 strength obviously is not actually 1200, but I do think this game was really cool because this is a great example of what to do if your opponent's king stays in the center too long and you're more developed than they are. Look at this. Bishop takes f7. I wonder if this got an exclamation mark. I'm gonna pull up the review. It did. Bishop takes f7, earned a little brilliancy, which we love. A stunning move. The bishop was sacrificed. And the immediate follow-up of e6 is also interesting because it's incentivizing the king to come out to e6. But if the king comes out to e6, then you have knight to g5 check, and your bishop is going to be lost. So if you play king to f7, now you have castles and mate in 2, because the king has nowhere to basically go. If it goes here, knight f7, for example, here, and checkmate. So bishop takes f7, stunning, absolutely stunning. A great example of what to do when your opponent is late on development. And his opponent simply resigned because the king is in the middle of the board. The queen is very close to being trapped. He's threatening fork. This is all kinds of disaster for black. Alright, next up, we got this game by Pranav. This was one of Pranav's first times playing this opening. And I actually think he did exceptionally. He manages to play f5, which is, you know, a sign of an attack brewing. Opponent tries to counterattack on the queen side, thinking that if a takes b5, which earns Pranav a brilliant, the rook on a1 is under attack, and he sacrifices the rook. But b takes c6, and then all of a sudden, for the exchange, white has a crushing attack. This is a discovered attack on the queen and threatening checkmate at the same time. Some beautiful, beautiful stuff, and now Pranav has a queen for 2 rooks. And he uses that queen much better than the opponent uses the 2 rooks. In fact, wins the other rook and converts the game. Alright, last but not least, we got this game we just saw by EZN, who played against Chess Sharks, also known as Grandmaster Kate. We get another 50 gifted subs from Mr. Anonymous. That is crazy. Please, guys, if you got a gifted sub, please, 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 please make sure you're thanking them. If you didn't get a gifted sub, it's now probably time to go get a lottery ticket because I don't know how you've missed out on this sub. It's definitely time. If you didn't get a sub, you should also thank them though because they're supporting the community. So thank you very much, Anonymous. Thank you. Appreciate it. That's truly insane. I hope you guys are enjoying. I hope Anonymous is enjoying. I hope you guys in general are enjoying. We've been doing... Honestly, I feel like Flex Fridays have become such a community event. It's great. I don't even know how we are so delayed. I feel like we started Flex Friday at 5. It's been 3 hours of Flex Friday, so thank you. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Anonymous. So, EZN played a great game. But honestly, Chess Sharks allowed his knight to get to d6, allowed the knight to get to g5, allowed knight takes f7, allowed the loss of the bishop. So, you know, opponent didn't play too well, but I still gotta give him props because he converted this really well. Opponent's king is in the middle of the board, he simply castles and wins the game being up bishop against a grandmaster, which is no joke, so it's cool. Hey Music Bee, thanks for the prime. Welcome back to your 15th month. I appreciate that too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Aw, I'm glad. I really just hope that people are having fun. And if you're not having fun, that's also okay. Can't always have fun. So, this is also not the most EU-friendly Flex Friday, I admit. But who deserves $50 this week? And next week, no theme. I'm not gonna challenge anybody to do anything different. We're going to just have a chess arena at some point. You guys can just have fun or farm games against other members of the community for your Flex Friday. Tomorrow we're gonna do a plebs versus subs in celebration of all the subs we have currently. So yeah, if you are still not a sub, if you win your game, usually the way it goes is that you get a sub. If the entire plebs column wins, then all of you guys get subs. So you can earn your sub tomorrow. You have the opportunity to earn your sub tomorrow. And I think tomorrow's stream is gonna start at 3 for the Arcane premiere, which we figured out is not today, it's tomorrow. So tomorrow we're gonna do another Jinx look. And then we're also going to be doing a little subs versus plebs at like 5 or something. But yeah, make sure you guys are voting on which game you think deserves to win $50. I'm actually gonna look up, I'm gonna take this opportunity to look up if Chun-Li has any red costumes. Because people keep mentioning Chun-Li. I need to get some bodysuits and stuff, but... Oh, I guess she has one that's like just literally this, but red. Okay, I know what you guys are talking about. It's literally the blue one I've gotten, but in red. Yeah, it's just a palette swap, basically. Can I make a same outfit joke tomorrow? Yes, you're allowed to. Tomorrow is going to be a Jinx cosplay again, because I messed up the timing. Yeah, there's just a red version of this, basically. I am Iron 4 in Team Fighter 6. I think I'm literally Iron 4. I remember the days when I used to play Street Fighter. Firecracker Jinx with no fireworks. But if you went onto my Instagram, which you guys should, you guys absolutely should. I'm gonna plug myself. If you haven't followed already. I don't know why it always lags.
It's the premiere of Arcane, and I was thinking, well,
Please
maybe
drop a
we should
like.
do a Jinx cosplay. Now, unfortunately, my blue wig didn't come, so I'm gonna have to come up with something else. Okay, hear me out. What about Firecracker Jinx? Nothing I can do now about my cosplay didn't get here in time, but
Oh, no internet, but we are getting another 50 gifted subs. Yo, that is truly crazy. Thank you so much. I genuinely really appreciate it. Thank you. Anonymous is not only single-handedly paying for our Flex Friday, but they're also paying for the cosplays that I'm doing because I keep forgetting about getting the dates right. So thank you. Thank you. You guys are great. Thank you so much. You guys are great. Thank you very much. Is it crazier that Boyshak name on this poll? Well, he has 2 votes, so... Sorry, that wasn't supposed to be Boyshak diss. I apologize. I was just gonna say, it seems like Pranav is kind of running away with this poll. I just voted the lowest person, the person with the least number of votes, so... I'm not gonna say who it is, but... It is who I always vote for. But seriously, thank you very much, Anonymous. Wait, why is that mean? I'm trying to support them. I just want to make sure everybody at least gets 1 vote whenever they submit a game. Oh, it's supposed to be Eric B. Chesset. I apologize, not Boyshak. My bad. I genuinely was like... I genuinely thought that it was going to be okay, it's Eric. So Boyshak's game was actually Eric's game. I apologize. All those for Voice Shock were actually for Eric. I messed up one of the entries. I just automatically assumed. Hey, Smash the Keys, thank you so much for the Prime as well. Welcome back to your 26th month. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Participation vote. Just boosting our vote count. But yeah, congratulations, Pranav. You've really run away with this one. I mean, I don't think there was anything close. So, nice game. Good stuff. Thank you for all who participated in Flex Friday. The subs versus plebs game will not be... Actually, they will be rated. Because you guys will be similar rating. So, thank you, Anonymous, once again. Make sure you guys are checking whoever gave you that sub, guys. Check, check, check. And also just thank them. Thank them regardless. Isk is 100% certain he's gonna get in as a pleb. Fair enough, Rainy. Alright, congratulations, Pranav. 55% of the votes. That's a big number. We are going to be moving on to the fails of this week. So for fails of this week, we got Connor. We have Stanford Rob. And thank you so much, Thug Assassin, for the 5 gifted as well. Appreciate you very much. Y'all are insane. We need to plan some fun content for you guys. Thank you. Whoever, if you're here today, I want you to know, today, I appreciate you all very, very, very much. And most days, for sure. Most days. And if you've never chatted in here before, if you got a sub, just make sure you're checking the top. Whoever it is, make sure you're thanking them. Not all days. It's a large number of the days, but definitely not all. Which I think is healthy, once again. I think that's very healthy. Okay, so next up we got fails. Wait. Oh my gosh, my camera is mirrored. I think I remember this every now and then, but I was looking at the side and I thought that this would be on the same side, but it's not. It's mirrored. You guys always see me. Okay, sorry. Anyways. I always forget this. Hey Morris, thank you so much for the Prime. Welcome back to your 4th month. Thank you. Like if I go this direction. Ah! Wait, sign on the back is not mirrored though. No, it's not mirrored. Wait, how does this work? Okay, wait. This is on my right side. Are you guys seeing it on the right side? Is this on your right side or left side? Oh, it's on the left for you guys. Oh, so it's not mirrored because you guys are looking at me directly. Ah, wait, this makes so much more sense. You guys are facing me. Oh, okay. All right, we got there. We figured it out. This all makes sense now. Great, awesome. Whew. Yeah, learning orientation, no problem, guys. We figured it out. Anyways, on to the fails. Yeah, this is why I dropped out of math. Well, I've had a lot of different cameras. So, this was a Blitz game submitted by Carlsbad, who tried to lay Fong, and it did not work. And then after that, this game kind of just went downhill. Well, it actually went uphill for a solid part. Being up a rook is pretty nice, but you know, if the opponent has a knight, there's always opportunity for a fork, so he lost the rook through a fork. And then he also lost the knight through getting it trapped. And then he also lost this endgame by playing it. Sorry, he didn't even lose this endgame. He drew this endgame somehow by stalemating. You know what's a really easy way to win this position? Just go here, here, and here. And if you are very unlucky and, for example, you end up in this position, so let's say it goes like this or something. I can't even simulate the fact that you can't stalemate this because you still have another pawn. I don't even know how to simulate that. Anyways, all you gotta know is he did not play this endgame too hot. That's it. That's the only thing you need to know. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Next up, we got Homer Dow. Homer Doe 8. And Homer Doe 8 played a fantastic game out of the opening. Had a little mishaps in the middle game perhaps, but honestly, no problem. He won a knight because if bishop takes, then there's queen takes e5, which, you know, lets him win the game. So queen takes e5 now, and then he goes for rook takes e7. And he's up 2 minor pieces. And then he forgets that he created Luft for his king for a reason and walks himself into checkmate at 1. Wah, wah, wah. Alright. Gary Kasparov requested... yeah, this is the only move that doesn't work. Exactly. So we're going to use AI narrator for Gary Kasparov's game.
White stayed sharp and saved the game with a checkmate attack in the endgame.
Which, for those of you who don't know, this is chess.com's newest feature that...
Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light
I don't
squared
know
bishop and
who
queen,
asked for it,
often leading
but
to sharp
somebody
games.
asked for it, so we got it.
The
But now you guys
C3
know.
prepares for a quick d2, d4 pawn
Wait,
break,
there's different
hoping to
voices?
recapture on d4 with a pawn rather than a piece.
So E3 prepares for a quick d2, d4 pawn break, hoping to recapture on d4 with a pawn rather than a piece.
Oh my gosh.
C3 prepares for a quick d2, d5 takes space in the center, attacks the e4 pawn. E takes d5 opens up the center. White plans on pushing d2, d4.
E takes d5 opens up the center. White plans on pushing
Okay,
d2,
I like
d4.
this voice. It's fast. It's crisp.
Queen takes d5 recaptures the d5 pawn and places the queen in the center, where it controls many important squares. This develops a knight off its starting square, getting it into the action. This activates a knight by developing it off of its starting square. The bishop develops or moves. The bishop is ready to be developed to it. The knight moves from its initial position. The knight moves forward into the game. The bishop is ready to be developed to an active square.
I don't even need to say
This
anything.
threatens to force isolated double
I can
pawn.
just zip.
This creates an isolated pawn. This overlooks an opportunity to force isolated doubled pawns. This mobilizes the knight. Castling gets the king out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. This attacks a queen, winning a tempo when it moves away. This move puts the queen on a safer square. Castling to the same side of the board is a more cautious approach. That's fine. This creates luft for the king,
Oh my
providing
God!
it an escape square.
I didn't even know they would know
That's
that
not a
word.
mistake, but it's not the best move either.
Whoa, this one has a little sass. I heard that sass. But not the best move either.
This allows the capture of a pawn to win material. Capturing that pawn wins material. This misses an opportunity to increase a bishop's scope by moving it
No,
to a
but
better
seriously,
square.
please do that. Replace it. Because we can replace all the chess move
This
by
overlooks
move,
an
so then we
opportunity
have
to
to be
develop
more
a bishop
creative.
off its starting square. Takes back. This allows the
We gotta
opponent
be
to
way
win a
more
tempo
creative.
by
I think this
threatening a
rewards
queen.
creativity.
This ignores an opportunity to tactically win a bishop. This was a game-changing move, giving black a winning position. Trading pieces is a good strategy for black. Recaptures. This wins a tempo by threatening a queen and forcing it to move away. This wins a tempo by threatening a rook. The rook moves forward into the game. This is called development.
I'm not sure rook a8 to rook b8 counts as development, but okay. Okay, David.
The pawn is now adequately defended. This develops a piece while also winning a tempo on a queen. This moves the queen to safety. This threatens to play checkmate. This stops the opponent from being able to play checkmate. This moves the bishop to a more active square, making it gain scope.
I kind of like this. That one.
This evades the check from the bishop. This attacks a queen, winning a tempo when it moves away. This moves the queen to safety. A very strong play. The rooks can see each other now. This doubles the rooks.
Sorry, what?
The rooks can see each other now, allowing them to provide mutual defense.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a
This
good
doubles
line.
the rooks on a file, which allows them to team up to create threats. This fights against the other rook for the open file. That was a free pawn.
I'm disappointed they didn't say they're now rook bros. They should have said they're rook bros now. They're
Very
holding
precise. Takes back.
Hands.
This is a fair
we're
move.
always better when we have someone to hold hands with, chat. That's
This
why
pins a
rooks
bishop, which
like to
restricts
be
its
able
mobility.
to hold hands.
This protects an under-defended bishop that is under attack. This offers to exchange pieces. F. Recapture. This move puts... Capturing that queen wins material. This is the start of the endgame, and black is winning. Takes back. Take. This makes a passed pawn. One of the best moves. This takes an open file,
One
a
of
common
the
method
best
for activating
moves
a
is
rook.
just so strange. Same for this one. This takes an open file. Like, it doesn't matter.
A
You're
very
a whole
strong.
rook.
One of the... This threatens...
Oh, wait.
This allows the opponent to create a passed pawn. This ignores an opportunity. This threatens to play checkmate. This stops the opponent from being able
I
to
love that
force
uncultured.
eventual checkmate.
I'm gonna
This
ask
prevents
them
the
if I can
opponent
do a
from being able to
voice.
play checkmate. A very strong play. Pushing a passed pawn. Right on target. Placing a rook behind a passed pawn helps keep the pawn protected as it tries to promote. The pawn reaches the back rank and promotes to a queen. This captures a queen. This is the way to win a rook. This leads to checkmate, but there was a faster route. A solid choice. This continues. This threatens to force eventual checkmate. This permits the opponent to force eventual checkmate. This misses an opportunity to tactically win a pawn. With the right follow-up, this will lead to checkmate. That pawn was free for the taking. This steps away from the checking pawn. It's a back rank mate and the game is over.
Okay, you know what? I kind of like the last four moves. I don't think it's that helpful yet, but forget losing to me, we missed a free pawn. Jeez, yeah, exactly. I think it's very funny. I think there's potential. I think we're maybe still a couple of, you know, fine-tunings away from perhaps securing this as an actual usable AI tool for you guys to fully replace chess teachers. But I do think that these are good things to think about. While we're
With the right
laughing
follow-up, this will
about the
lead to
fact
checkmate.
that
This permits the opponent to force
the
eventual
opportunity
checkmate.
to like this,
This
it's
misses
true.
an opportunity
It is
to
true.
tactically win
If
a
you
pawn.
take all of your opponent's pieces, you cannot lose your game. Have you ever thought about that? You should be trying to win all of your opponent's pieces. Yeah, I don't 100% disagree with this guy. So I think that's pretty. It's like I don't want helpful AI. I want mean AI. But yeah, this is Gary's fail. All right, next up, no AI review for this one. Replace your chess coach with AI, it's fine, but replace yourself with AI, it's cheating, yeah. There's a few ways to win in chess. You can try... Okay, look. All I'm gonna say is, there's 3 different strategies to win in chess. You can win by checkmate. You can win by taking all of your opponent's pieces and hoping they resign. / find checkmate eventually. Or you can flag them. These are the 3 main ways you can win in chess. You should try one of these 3 the next time you play. Just letting you know. Okay, so Rob is 800, playing against another 800. He's completely winning. Remember what I said about checkmate? This guy did not checkmate. Which is honestly painful because he had so many checkmates. Just look at that eval bar. Mate in 2. Mate in 9. I mean, he's also up on like a queen, so. Through disconnection, I love that. Alright, one more fail by Connor McChicken. Connor McChicken, once again, you do not have to submit games that are relevant to the theme. Not that we have one for next week, but you do not have to submit games that are relevant to the theme for Flex Friday. So he did not. But he played a fine game. He was up. Well, he had the opportunity to be up a queen. Let's just put it that way. And instead of taking the queen, he let himself get taken by the queen. So that was a pretty drastic change of events in the negative direction. So yeah, who deserves $25? We got Connor McChicken Jr. We have Rob 2022. Gary Kasparov. We have Homer Doe 8. And we have Carlsbad _GM. This is the worst game of the week. Make sure you guys are going to go vote. I will be back. I'll go to the bathroom and I will be back. So for a quick reminder, stalemate in an endgame where they were completely winning. Forgot about back rank mate in the worst way. I don't even know how Gary pulled this off, honestly.
It's a back rank mate and the game is over.
So you only made it to the flexes, yeah. And we obviously had Rob missing out on checkmate, and we had Connor forgetting about the fact that he should just win queens and not get checkmated by queens. Okay, I will be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. But make sure you guys are voting. We need more votes. We want more votes. Everybody vote. You have the right to vote. Use it. Okay, BRB. Alright, I am back. Who won? It would appear that it is Gary! Congratulations, Gary! Oh, hello. It's a cat. There was no contest. What was the final vote count? Oh, he's a little cutie. He's a little cutie. Oh, he's so cute. If only we removed reflexes. Yeah, it's true. But seriously, congratulations, Gary, on winning. I bet your game, your game was really bad, so I feel like you definitely deserved it. That's super valid. But yes, this was the gist of Flex Friday for everybody who has not been here before. We do this every single week. I'm not joking. We haven't missed, well, we've missed a few weeks here and there, but more recently, if we miss a week, we just double the price for the next week. So next week, we're just gonna double the price because of how amazing the community has been and stuff. So make sure that you guys are participating in next week's Flex Friday. So next week for best game, it's $100. For worst game, it is going to be $50. Both of which are very real numbers. So thank you guys. There's no theme for next week. None. You can submit any game you want. Any game you want. Has to be chess. Has to be through chess.com. But it can be anything you want. The engine comments are honestly very funny to me. I feel like there's once again so much potential. We're only, half a year off of having real valuable AI tools that can 100% just help you get to levels in chess where you don't need to pay anymore. You just don't need to buy a subscription service other than chess.com. I think it's really great. Obviously, chess.com has always been my site, but I genuinely think that the potential for it is very high. So, yay! Well, GMs can still make money because it's only going to take you so far. It's only going to take you to a certain point, after which you absolutely do probably still need someone to help you, I would assume. But it definitely gives you the potential to save your money for later parts in your chess career, if that makes sense. Because at this current time, I don't think it makes that much sense to pay somebody $50 to be like, hey, here you blundered a bishop. The AI can do that now. And how great is that? I think that's really great. So, yeah. Do I make money if AI is better every year? I would hope that yes. Please don't get me wrong. I think that it's great that people are, hired and stuff, but I definitely think with the improvement of AI, it just means that we are able to perhaps use those brains for something a bit more valuable. Right, that's kind of what I'm saying on Cultured. If you don't see one-move blunders, then perhaps a chess coach is a waste of your money anyways. Which just means that, you recognize how valuable a real chess coach can be at some point. And then that's the moment that you do hire a coach because, yeah. It gives... You think people just won't... I think that's so sad, though. Also, sorry, YouTube. I don't know how playing poker on YouTube works, so bye, guys. Come over to Twitch. I hope I did that right.